TSM Radio is on the air. Yes. We are not live. It is not Sunday night, but I am Stu. And this is TSM Radio's 20-year anniversary spectacular. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Oh, my goodness. And I am not here alone. I did not come here alone to do this because 20 years ago, you blink and 20 years goes by. Is this my single over here? 20 years have gone by since me and this gentleman, along with a handful of others, got together with a microphone that barely worked, that was plugged into an old camcorder that didn't work, that were sitting in the back house of our buddy's Wes's house, and passing around this microphone and prank calling, and that was the very first episode of TSM Radio. It was 20 years ago, and with me that day, with me since then, and with me certainly today to celebrate 20 years of not only TSM Radio, but 20 years of his ingenuity and his intelligence, and the fact that this industry has blown up into a $1 billion industry, and he collected $0 of it. My partner in crime, the man, the myth, the legend, and one of the inventors of this very medium, CableguyJeff.
I'll clap for myself.
And in the edit, that's where it would show you for the first time.
That was a great intro.
And that would show you for.
I don't think you've ever introduced me that way.
Well, it's 20 years.
It's been 20 years to do that.
Took me 20 years.
Yeah.
We're we're not alone here. There's another gentleman that is here with you, Cable Guy, sitting to your right, stage left.
Stage left.
He is a guy formerly known as the most handsome man on TSM Radio. And I would say that he's aged pretty well.
Yeah.
But I figured if we were going to do a 20-year anniversary broadcast of this show, of all of the various co-hosts we've had over the years, and it's a murderer's row. It's an all-star lineup. If I could think of who I could have got to be a co-host with us for this anniversary special, you're talking about legends of the podcast medium, and none of them were available. So we brought one of the greats.
I was available.
He called back.
One of the sharpest tongues in Hollywood. A filmmaker who has become, we'll find out what he's been doing since we last saw him. But please welcome back to TSM Radio our old friend, handsome Nick Carpenter, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here. It's a real treat.
It is a real treat.
Yeah, it is.
It should be.
I will say that back in the day when we were, podcasting, a lot of people didn't get what we were doing. No. Certainly sponsors didn't.
No.
But a lot of people didn't understand the medium, didn't understand what we were doing. But somebody who sort of grasped what Jeff and I were doing very early on was you. You were a guy that really understood what was going on. And you have probably appeared on the most TSM Radio shows outside of Jeff and myself.
I was also very bored at the time. I didn't really have anything else to do. So it gave me something to do. But yeah, I mean, if you want to frame it that way, that's fine.
The late night clubhouse.
If you want to frame me as some kind of visionary at the time, I'll take it.
Well, I mean, you certainly, it was hard to get people to show up back then.
Not me.
Not you. You were there.
I was there. Yeah, I was there.
He brought some great content.
Of course.
Yeah, he even visited Haruka and brought back.
I did. I visited Haruka in Japan. Haruka from Japan in Japan.
People may need context for all of this. Yeah. TSM Radio was the name of our show that we did. We started it 20 years ago this month, and it ran for about 15 years.
At least. And
we did a ton of episodes, award shows. We had guests. A lot of people who you see podcasting today, who you see successfully podcasting today, were guests of our show.
Right.
Their very first experience even on a podcast was with us. Bobby Lee comes to mind. There's tons.
Yeah.
But shout out to Bobby Lee. I just saw him recently perform.
How's he doing?
Oh, he's so funny. He's so funny.
Still got it.
And his podcast is much better than ours was. So God bless him.
Bobby Lee, Carol Malloy.
There you go. Shout out to Carol for sure.
Legends of the fall.
Yes. And from TSM Radio, we also evolved and did live streaming. We did the Sunday Night Stew, which Nick was a very big part of as well.
Yep.
And
I also had nothing to do on Sunday nights.
Yeah, but this was something that I was really dedicated my whole life to, and Cable certainly dedicated his life to.
You did.
And we really saw this as something that was going to be the future. Unfortunately, it took about 20 years for the future to arrive. And by the time the future arrived, we were already like onto other things.
Yeah, and people are making millions off of podcasts, including my wife. But,
Yes.
But you guys, you guys didn't, and I think your reward is possibly in heaven.
Yes, there you go.
For that.
Well, we had to crawl so that you could.
So Bridget can
Bridget.
make that.
And by the way, that's major. Your wife.
Yes.
You've gotten
Shout out to
married
Bridget.
since we last
I
saw you.
in the last 20 years, I have got married.
Yeah, because you were just dating Bridget Markhart when we first met you on this show, and now you're married to her.
Yeah, that's correct. We had just met probably when we were winding it down.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
It is.
And
crazy.
now she's done several podcasts, but her Girls Next Door podcast, we got to shout it out. She's killing it.
Girls Next Level.
Sorry, that's what I meant. Girls Next Level, which focuses on.
Yes, it's a recap of the show.
Correct.
She's very popular and she owes it all to you.
Yes, she does.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that she came to the studio back then. I remember.
She sure did.
Yeah. I do want to say though that we'll get into what Cable and I have been up to, but Nick, I'm sure people are curious. What you've been up to. Certainly, getting married is a big milestone.
Yeah, I didn't get that. I didn't get that invitation. So lost in the mail.
We got married at a basically like a mini mall.
Nothing wrong with that.
In like.
So did Cabes.
Yeah.
An office building.
It was practically an office.
There was no
fanfare?
no family there.
Oh, no family. Oh, we had.
Yeah, it was just really like more about like getting on the benefits and all that.
Oh, you guys were saving yourselves for the certificate?
Yeah, it was just like we needed to show the government, proof.
And that would make it. Then you would be able to go
bump up the.
Exactly,
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Are you gonna ever have some sort of a celebration?
That's a great question. I hope to, but we're avid travelers and we like to travel the world, and those trips are very expensive. And if we were to spend like $75,000 on a wedding with you guys there and stuff like that, it would definitely like cut into our travel budget.
Well, I'll tell you what, and specifically, Cable's got dietary restrictions. You're gonna have to like.
That's another thing, and also, I mean, if you could find a sponsor like Izzy Drinks,
Cyrus Shoes.
Cyrus Shoes.
Josh Grahammer's on it right now.
Or
if he's watching, shout out to Josh.
Jerome Baker Glass.
Perfect.
Glass. If they want to sponsor my wedding, then
Well, if anybody's watching and wants to sponsor Nick and Bridget's wedding, it sounds like it's out there. But we haven't done a show, Cable, in about 10 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
That's crazy.
A lot's been going on. You've been busy.
Yeah, but and Nick, your life is completely different. Jokes aside, I want to commend you because you did something that a lot of people talk about and don't actually do. You see, and I love that there's just like I can just play to this camera, Cable. But there are people who are influencers, who are influential, who are on your timeline, who are in your earbuds doing podcasting, or they're streamers or whatever, and they're giving you this positive sort of mantra that they have of like, go for it, don't dream big. Just if you
could do anything you put your mind to.
Yeah, find something you love and you'll never work another day in your life. Like there's all of these sort of things that people tell you, and Nick is actually somebody who did that. This is not just someone who talks about it. Because if I remember correctly, Nick, as a youngster, as a young handsome Nick Carpenter, in between eating crayons and playing with Play-Doh and sniffing glue, as a youngster, you loved trains. Am I crazy to think that? Like you were a toy train guy?
I'm one of the few non-autistic people that loves trains.
Really?
Yeah, and it's a common trait amongst folks on the spectrum.
I think that claim is debatable, by the way, but continue.
No, and it's a good thing.
No, I'm saying you might be.
I could be. I don't know. Back in my day, that wasn't really diagnosed.
That's what I'm saying.
It wasn't diagnosed.
You're misdiagnosed.
Yeah, it was.
But anyway, you love trains?
I love all machines, planes, trains, rockets. My dad being an astronaut, I loved rockets. And
shout out to Scott Carpenter, one of the Mercury astronauts, one of the first people to orbit the Earth.
It's a shame he never was on the show.
Yeah, it is. Because, but there is the time that I've hung out with him.
Yes, you have hung out with him.
So when I hung out with your late father, the great Scott Carpenter, again, look him up. Ask Grok about Scott Carpenter. Ask ChatGPT about that man. One of the first guys to orbit planet Earth. He is the space cowboy, the original space cowboy.
Yep.
But when we were in the car ride, sorry to cut you off here, but you
go.
said that he was never on the show. But, from doing all of the episodes of TSM Radio, I naturally just have a conversational interview style to my conversations. Yeah. And I remember the car rides that I was in with him, I was basically interviewing him the whole time in the car.
Which I'm glad you did because you got to
I got to experience
you got to see him spit some game on
He
you.
definitely did. But back to your love of trains.
Oh, well, anyway, I made some movies, and I made this movie about actually my dad and John Glenn,
Which I saw and is amazing.
It never came out. Though.
Yeah.
And various reasons, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna do other things in life that I want to do. And there was two things I really wanted to do. I wanted to dive for treasure.
Yep. Which you did.
Which I did do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were in like Cape Cod or something?
In Cape Cod. I worked on an outfit with a underwater explorer named...
I totally forgot about that till right now.
Named Barry Clifford, and he found the only verified pirate ship in the world, the Witta, off of Wellfleet, Cape Cod.
I'm curious, when Cable edits this, is he going to pull up like photos or B-roll to like add to this?
It's been they've been pulling treasure and cannons and coins and guns and all kinds of stuff off this ship since the 80s. You know, JFK Jr.'s dove on the wreck. Like all the Kennedys have dove on the wreck. They're friends.
Jamie
with Barry.
Kennedy?
Is he part of Camelot? I didn't know that.
He might be.
Yeah, he may be.
Did you find anything when you dove for
treasure?
treasure?
Oh yeah, we pulled up a cannon and lots of coins, and it was a great experience.
You know what's interesting about that? Because my mother, Trudy, who, shout out to her, Mama Stone or whatever the people used to call her, she is obsessed with the show about treasure hunting. She watches this show, The Curse of Oak Island. Have you heard of this show?
Well, the producers of Oak Island were the producers of Girls Next Door.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Small world.
I know.
There you go. The Oak Island show, she watches it. It's like season 17 or something. Mm-hmm. And they never find the treasure. And I keep telling my mom, like, they're not going to, if they find the treasure, the show's over.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like they're going to keep just teasing the treasure. But you're telling me you went treasure hunting and you actually found treasure.
We found the treasure. Yeah. And it's a, you know, they have a museum. It's like National Geographic sponsors it. And so I got to do that. And, you know, the next thing I wanted to do was ride the rails. And I thought about just hopping trains around the country.
Sure.
But then I thought that might be dangerous. So I actually joined the railroad.
You what?
I joined the raroad.
How does one join the railroad?
I applied and got a job there.
But that's like very broad. Like join the railroad. Like you were gonna be a ticket taker. Like you.
No, it's freight trains.
Oh, freight trains.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Like CN type stuff.
Like CN type stuff for the Canada audience.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I joined the railroad.
Now was that you have to go through a school or something?
Yeah, it was like a 13-week training program to become a conductor. And
are you taking notes here,
A couple years later, I promoted to an engineer.
That was quick.
Yeah, it was
one of the fastest rising stars.
Yeah, it was about 3 years.
It was about
3.5 years. Yeah, federal license.
That's awesome.
So you drive trains?
Giant freight trains, 3 miles long.
From running trains to driving trains.
Yep.
The Nick Carpenter story. There's your autobiography.
I know,
right there.
Right? And yeah, so and there, you know, I'm still running trains and running trains.
Fair enough.
You know,
life is good.
Yeah, we get a hotel room up there in Barstow.
Fair enough. But you're really driving trains. Like people might think that you're joking right now because you're known for your sarcastic wit.
I only wanted to do this for like 5 years max or something like that. And then I just fell in love with it. And luckily because I grew up with, some famous relatives, and I could, I have a little bit of money that I could quit if I wanted to quit or whatever and do something else. And I did actually want to, my plan was to do this for like 5 years and then get my pilot's license and then try to get a job at the airlines. That was like my next thing I was going to do.
Awesome. Can you imagine
Nick flying us around?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the great part about trains and airplanes is they drug test you. So it's really cleaned up my life, But, that was what I was going to do. But I just fell in love with riding the rails. I mean, it's a tough job. It's a tough lifestyle, on call 24/7, 365, but it's also a good job. It's a union job. It pays very well, good benefits.
And it's something that you wanted to do as a kid.
Something I wanted to do
as a kid. So is it as exciting as you thought it would be as a kid? Because, like as a kid, people dream like, I want to be a fireman and I want to be a whatever. And I want to drive trains.
If you have no interest in machines and trains and being out on the open road in the middle of the night and seeing all the sunrises and sunsets, it would be a brutal job. But if you kind of like feed on the chaos and the broken schedule, like you go to work different time every day. Like I love that. Like I couldn't imagine having like a 9 to 5. That'd be tough for me.
How long's a typical day?
12 hours.
12 hours.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Sometimes shorter, sometimes longer, but you spend a lot of time in the hotels but I'm always been like a night owl, so like.
But when you're like driving by, like there are kids like waving and like honk the thing, like
there's
you do
kids.
all that.
That's still tons of that. I love that. I'm always anytime I can stop and give pens or swag to the kids, I always do, because I was that kid at one time in my life, and I always do it for the kids. And then you go through the blocked railroad crossings and you get the middle fingers and the people climbing up on the cab of the locomotive and banging on the windshield, and
that happens.
Oh yeah, I gotta lock the doors, and it's crazy. And then you got a huge problem right now that you may have read about is the train robberies.
The what now?
Train robberies.
I was like, you talk about riders. I know there's been riders that have been hopping on.
Well, they're hopping on and they're opening up the containers and just throwing everything out on the ground and stealing.
While you're driving the train?
Yeah.
See, like when I started this conversation with you about your job as driving trains now, which is spectacular, I didn't realize that this would be the clip that would go viral. You're telling us that people are robbing the train while you're driving it?
Yeah, ever since about 2020, at the beginning of COVID, it's been like the Wild West on the rails. Like supposedly even like the cartels are involved in it. It's really, really, really.
And so
crazy.
what happens?
Is
it like those cowboy movies where they're like riding the horse alongside and then someone hops on the train?
They'll jump. They'll like hop on a train at like 20 miles an hour or less. They'll try and hop on, and then they'll just they do all kind. They vandalize the trains. They disable the trains and then rob them.
Does that scare you?
They don't really come up. They don't come to like the cab and yet and anything like that. But like the conductors have to go walk back there and like try and solve the problem, whatever they did to the train. I don't want to say what they're doing because I don't want to give them any ideas, but
sure.
It's not hard to disable a freight train if you know how freight trains work.
Right.
And like they're doing that now. And, so that there has to be like a special agent, like a police officer. The railroads have their own police departments, and they'll go back there with the conductor and like protect him while he tries to solve the problem. But it's totally out of control. Like,
so wait, so while the train's going, they're opening up the side and they're throwing merchandise just on the side of the road?
The majority of trains that come out of Los Angeles are shipping containers, double stacked.
Yeah.
And they'll take a crowbar and pop open the doors and then see what's in there. If it's not something they want, they'll just go to the next one. And
it's like laptops and shoes and whatever?
Everything you can imagine.
Big screen TVs?
Everything they have at
toasters?
Blenders? Sometimes it's really cool stuff. You're like, wow, there's Jordans all over the ground, and then sometimes it's just like random like stuff you'd find at Home Depot, like PVC pipe that you would never want, or stuff like that. It's anything you would see at Home Depot, Costco, Walmart, Target. It's all over the ground everywhere.
And how do they get it? They go drive and pick it. They just drive along the tracks and pick it up?
Yeah, they'll pull. I mean, I've seen them pull up like a box truck right up to the train in broad daylight and just start loading it up.
My goodness.
That's crazy.
And they have all kinds of inside information from like the shipping companies probably of where stuff
wow.
is.
Wow.
It's huge.
Someone needs to do an expose on this.
I'm surprised, I'm surprised it's been in the media quite a bit, I would say, but I'm surprised it's not a bigger story because it's driving up people's prices, I'm sure. And they've tried different locks for the container. Everyone's like, well, they lock the containers. I've single-handedly witnessed dudes holding a cutting torch and just cutting the locks. There's cut locks.
Crazy.
There's cut locks all over the desert, like where they cut the locks off.
And this is all just to like try to get rich quick.
I mean, people are struggling and it's easy money. I mean, very valuable stuff are on the train. And
do you know how someone would have really gotten super rich off this story that you're telling?
Yeah.
If they had a time machine and they went back 10, 20 years to that Nick Carpenter and placed a bet that 20 years later he'd be sitting here telling stories about his years-long career driving trains and interacting with these burglars. It's remarkable. Wow, that story's crazy, but it's also crazy to me that you're even in this situation to begin with. And I say that in a way that's like not cuckoo crazy, but it's just like, whoa, that's crazy.
What's also kind of crazy about it too is people at my work, I never mentioned anything about like my past life to anybody. I just went in there and hoped people would accept me and most people have. And in the last year or so, it's kind of come out like who my wife is and stuff like that. And
they're like, what are you doing here?
some people say that, but in a weird way, I honestly think with some people, it makes them appreciate the job more.
Yeah.
That somebody would want to do the job.
Yeah, I love that. And listen, we can make jokes all we want, but honestly, it is really, and I don't get a chance to say this to you enough, Nick.
Yeah.
But I'm proud of you, man. I think that's very cool that you have chased your dream.
Yeah.
And, Cable has different dreams that he's chasing. He's
not the rails.
It's like a slide that goes into like a marshmallow pool with chocolate. That's the kind of dreams he's having. But your dreams, you've actually chased them and you've achieved them. And I think that people watching are probably, they should be inspired by this because this is something that you took a hard left.
Yeah, I literally woke up one day and was like, I want to be a locomotive engineer, at least learn how to do it. I think that's cool. To try and run one of those giant.
Do you think Cable Guy Jeff could do that job?
I do. In fact, it's.
My dad wanted me to be a pilot once, so I would
have.
kind of.
Why don't you ride the rails?
I could have got him. I mean,
get away from the family for a couple days.
It's a real,
more than a couple days. Right
now it's rough. They're laying off a lot of people, but shoot, if 5 years ago I could have got you in, no problem. You'd be making $200,000 a year.
Cable, what the hell are we doing here?
I don't know.
You don't want to drive a train?
I'm in the wrong business.
Clearly.
And the kids would have health insurance.
Yeah, you would be crushing, man.
For the first time.
20 years.
I messed up. Sorry, I should be riding the rails right now.
You still can.
You still can.
20 years ago, and here we are 20 years later talking to the esteemed Nick Carpenter, no longer handsome, still handsome,
well,
but esteemed.
Talking about? He's still
I'm just saying nickname-wise. I think the esteemed. Is there you call it what do you call it? Is there a PhD after your name? Obviously not, but what is there some kind of lettering that you get when you're an official engineer? Is it an engineer that you are?
Yeah. It's a federal license. I forget what.
So it's like Nick Carpenter ENG?
No, it's not. It's not like a Mort Coleman CPA or something like that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mort.
Yeah, shout out to my CPA.
But what's the actual position? You're an engineer.
Yeah, I'm an engineer.
So if someone's like, "What do you do for a living?" You're like, "You're an engineer."
I'm a locomotive engineer.
And so people who are engineers and go to engineering school, that's a different type of engineer, right?
Are you talking about the
nuclear engineer or something? Guys
from India on the H-1B visas that are
No. I'm talking about people who go to school and they study to be an engineer.
Oh, that they build rockets and stuff like that?
Is that maybe?
Well, my dad had a degree in aerospace engineering.
Oh, that's what it is. Aerospace engineering.
Yeah, but no, this is
different.
This is I guess you could say this is a lesser form of engineering.
Well, it's interesting because engineering is also a term that is used for someone that works the control booth in a recording studio. Yeah. Who's we got an engineer right over here. Shout out. Engineers has three meanings. There's very few words that have several meanings. Engineer is one of them.
I work on the Cajon Pass from between LA and Barstow.
Yes.
And the Cajon Pass is to put in layman's terms, it's like the Yankee Stadium of trains.
Okay.
There's 100-some plus trains a day that go through there.
Yeah.
And it's the
Sky Dome of trains.
And it's the steepest, mainline rail grade in the United States. And it's very.
I promise you, when we booked this show, I didn't know we were going to spend this much time talking about trains.
But
I am fascinated.
This is what happens. He gets
fascinated too.
It's fascinating.
He gets me started.
Yeah, so go ahead.
Well, anyway,
no, I want to hear about this. I do.
You can edit it out.
No, but there's no. This is making
editing.
it.
Yeah.
This is Cable doesn't edit.
Yeah.
Come on.
A lot of work. That is a lot of work. But so it's like the Yankee Stadium of trains. People come from all over the world to photograph trains and look at trains. And it's the most difficult place to be an engineer because it's the mountain grade, and
because it's hard to drive the train up a mountain,
up and down.
Yeah.
You need a lot of power to get it up, and you need a lot of braking to get it down.
Hey, it sounds like Cable's sex life right there. Described.
Yeah, a lot of power.
Where's the editing right
Hard
there?
to get it up.
Yeah, no power.
Hard to get it back down.
A lot of power to go up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's being an engineer there. Is it's actually we look at it as just as an extra little bit of prestige there, because there's been some over the years since the 1800s there's been some terrible runaway trains and wrecks there.
Holy shit.
And we take it for granted, but every train I take down that mountain is dead serious, and requires a lot of focus and skill.
Well, that's a perfect time for us to take a deadly serious break.
Yeah.
Our first break. We are going to have, throughout the broadcast, perhaps clips or trailers from various things that I've been up to, that Cable's been up to showcase. And you can go and support those projects that you see during these breaks. But yeah, when we come back, we are going to talk about what Cable Guy Jeff has been up to. Whatever it is,
Nothing
I can't
like
wait
trains.
to hear. And then we also have a surprise guest joining us a little bit later on. And let's not forget the fact that we also have emails, actual emails from TSM Radio listeners that have been sent in for a all new, for the first time in almost a decade.
New
Cable Guy
emails?
Jeff's Effin' 5 Minutes is going to be taking place on this very special 20th anniversary broadcast of TSM Radio. There's no blueprint for podcasts at this point. Like, we're writing it as we go. Now we had, on iTunes, our first, it was like TSM Radio with guest Dennis Haskins.
On the #1 podcast.
Number one, yes.
There you go.
Right, number one.
And I would say that, we were probably ahead of the curve by several miles.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yes. Thank you.
Who here would like to have an experience?
That's the ghost bus?
Tur.
I'm Stu. This is my
I
brother-in-law,
can do
Adam.
that intro. My name is Adam. We're going to prove to the world that ghosts are real.
We're going to need a miracle.
You're gonna have to go somewhere horrible.
Where's that?
Winnipeg is actually known as the murder capital of Canada. There's got to be a ton of ghosts.
So I sent out a group text to all of our friends to see if anybody would come to Winnipeg and help us make history. Do you believe in ghosts?
I do not.
I have the SLS camera.
That's pretty cool.
I'm a medium who can speak with animals as well as people. There's a lot of energy in this room because they want you to notice them. It's like, I'm over here.
You've heard of snakes on a plane? We were looking for ghosts on a boat.
Ah, I see what you did there.
We'd like to talk to any spirits here who would like to communicate with us.
I feel like we're getting closer. We're making this movie. How's it going to end?
You're gonna be very successful.
Call me a skeptic.
You're a skeptic.
We got this fancy new thermal camera.
I'm gonna just put some cat balls around.
That one's going off.
Can you make the ball light again?
Dude, there's no ghosts.
There's no ghosts.
What, you were expecting to find ghosts?
Yes.
Well, good luck. We'll make a haunted house. We'll bring people into the haunted house.
I'm finding it hard to breathe.
Okay, bro? The haunting is about to begin.
Showtime.
If this was a scripted movie, then something crazy would happen right now. We are back. TSM Radio 20th anniversary broadcast. We have been talking planes, trains, automobiles, and now we are going to be talking about Cable Guy Jeff. Jeff, who, Nick, I just gave you flowers for how proud I am of you and what you've accomplished with
it meant
your
a
life.
lot to me.
It should.
It did.
I'm being sincere. It's hard for someone to say they're proud of you.
I'm proud of you I'm always proud of you.
Thank you.
It's not hard for me to say it at all.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Like
you.
a proud parent.
Yes.
He's always
Yeah.
proud.
Cable Guy Jeff, who, by the way, 20th anniversary, Star Wars shirt, made a choice.
I made a choice.
Good fashion statement.
Yeah.
Be
Better than we used to say Brooklyn back in 20
uniquely
years ago.
you have not changed a bit, although you do look like you've
Oh,
dropped.
Nick said something else
Yeah,
about that. Like,
about how
I definitely
you
cut
look.
off the corn syrup.
I said clearly corn syrup free.
Yeah, Jeff used to be obsessed with drinking big giant tubs of soda and
Big gulps.
and big gulps and snacks. You literally look like a different guy. You look like half of Cable Guy
He's
Jeff.
Since
nice-
we quit the
he's
show,
nice
I've
and
lost
slim.
all the weight.
So, Ozempic, is that what's going on?
No,
You
corn
taking the
syrup.
jab?
No.
You're not-
I've cut corn syrup.
And that's literally all you've done?
That's all I've done.
So you stopped drinking soda.
Yeah, I stopped drinking soda.
You've
Basically
lost
just
like
water.
100 pounds.
Yeah, that's what corn syrup does to you.
Are you serious?
Stay off of it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Everyone kept warning me. Nick, all sorts of people kept warning me throughout the years.
I was telling you in 2007 about the corn syrup.
So you still do whatever you want. You don't exercise. you don't eat well.
Doesn't need to.
But you just lay off. You just drink water.
Yeah, cut off the corn syrup, drink water, and you look fit.
Is there anything else you drink or just water?
Just water.
Like no iced tea, nothing like that?
No, some lemonade.
Occasional lemonade?
Yeah, occasional
as
lemonade.
a treat?
Yeah.
Now is lemonade just water with a squirt of lemon,
Pretty
or are we
much.
talking about actual like powdered lemonade?
Oh, powdered. I've done powdered before too.
Okay, so that's
Scratches the throat, but yeah.
That's your cheat day. So I have to make a confession because Jeff, I've been trying to get him to do something like this for a long time. And I'm so happy that you've decided to finally, come out of retirement, as they say, and get back in the pool. But if you think back to 20 years ago when the idea, we were posting videos on our website, and obviously Jeff has made a documentary that you should check out on YouTube about how TSM Radio was sort of created and cultivated.
It's free.
But But I will definitely, paraphrase your documentary by sort of explaining it as fast as I can. But, we were posting videos online, TSM news and stuff like this. And at some point I had gone to, I'd met with people from Apple, and they were telling Jamie and I about, and shout out to Robin Bechtel, who was also there. They were telling us about podcasts, and it was like a new thing that they were going to launch. They had nobody doing it really. What is it? I don't know. And I came back to Jeff, and I'm like, Jeff, we have an opportunity here. Nobody's doing this. It's like you can do your own radio. We can do whatever we want, and we just can get it on iTunes.
Yeah.
And Jeff figured out how to backdoor that. He stole equipment from various garage sales and Radio Shacks. I don't even know how.
Love Radio Shack.
We started with a camcorder with one microphone, passing it around, and
That was a broken camera too.
And it evolved into live streaming with setups not too much unlike this, although these cameras are much better than the ones we were using, and these mics are much better, and the studio's much nicer.
This is much nicer.
But we had a more archaic version of what you see here. And Jeff literally was a cable guy. He was a guy that had cables, and he was running around with tubs. And
wasn't it like the Wayne's World of podcasting?
It really was.
Yeah.
It was the wild, wild west of podcasting because nobody knew what it was, what we were doing. And this is a format now that we're doing right now that you see so commonly that I'm actually rented a studio. There's 7 fucking sets here of people that are doing their pod. This is something that I would only dream that would be like this. This format is something that didn't exist. There wasn't a roadmap like there is now because we had to draw the map. Yep. And I'm not taking credit for something that I shouldn't take credit for.
I'll take credit.
You should take credit.
I'll say that, shout out to Tom Green. He was doing stuff like this. Mm-hmm. He set up a whole set in his living room back then. Shout out to, obviously, Mark Marin was doing stuff in his garage. I can't think of many more people that were doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's like maybe 5.
You're doing the living room.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Wasn't Tom Green who got Joe Rogan into podcast?
Yeah. It's crazy. And now you see it's such a common thing. And I have people that do know me and come up to me and say like, oh my God, think about how much money you would have if you just did this 10 years later. Or, and it's just like, what am I supposed to do?
Not only this, but the Sunday Night Stew.
Yeah, with the live streaming stuff didn't exist.
That's basically Twitch.
Yeah.
And Kick.
Yeah.
And you got this gentleman named Neon who looks just like you.
Does he look like me?
Does the same. Yep. Even though he's, I believe, Indian.
He looks just like me.
He looks just like you. He does the same bit. He's like the goofy guy that hangs out with porn stars.
Was that my bit?
Yeah, that was your bit. And he's he's like worth millions.
Yeah. Well, listen.
You're just
I wasn't necessarily even thinking that there was a path to millions back then. It was a passionate thing that we were doing. There was an opportunity to take the future in our hands and be a part of blazing a trail. And as much credit as I get from people who know me, and no credit from people who don't know me, but the people who do know me are always like, oh, podcasting, live streaming, you're the guy, you're the godfather, you're the podfather, or whatever they say. Mm-hmm. Cable Guy Jeff, he deserves more credit than I do, even because just because I'm the guy who's talking on the thing, I wouldn't be able to do any of that if he didn't figure out how to do it.
The engineer.
How exactly?
Yeah, that's a real engineer right there.
Does it frustrate you, Jeff, to see this medium? I mean, it's obviously cool that it's so popular, but the monetization part, that's a word that didn't exist when we were doing this. Does it frustrate you at all? Because
a little bit.
Obviously you work very hard for your money, and you've got your family of 17, and you've been, you got all those kids, and you got mouths to feed. and I'm saying this in a serious way, friend to friend even, you know. Is it frustrating to see how this thing has exploded and sort of done without us?
Yeah, it's a little frustrating, but I mean, understanding the fact that we were doing something that no one understood. Nobody knew what it was.
Including your family.
Including my family.
Yes.
So they didn't understand what we were doing and what we were trying to accomplish. So it's just kind of doing that and impressing everybody every time that we were doing it became like the money. It was as good as money because people were like, wow, that's like, whoa, what is this? I've never seen anything like this before.
Right.
And wanted to do something like it, be a part of it. And just that alone was a really good feeling. All the sponsorships that we got, we didn't get any money, but we got shoes and, you know, lots of other stuff.
Diet drinks,
condoms.
Yes, that's true.
We got lots of sponsors. Yeah.
6 foot bongs.
6 foot bongs.
I will say this about your conversation right now about monetizing the podcast. I have no memory, and maybe it happened, but I have no recollection of ever hearing either of you say like, "Hey, if we just keep going, we're gonna get rich off this."
No, we never.
It was
thought
never
like
about that.
Yeah.
No,
it was you guys were always just about like satisfying the audience and the fans because you obviously had very loyal fans
and getting our friends out there too.
And yeah, I never remember it being like, oh, let's just stick with this. Trust me.
No, I honestly, and I think
it wasn't even really like
it wasn't part of it.
Yeah.
You know, because really what I was trying to accomplish back then, and I'm sure I'm speaking on behalf of Jeff too, was a way to platform our creative endeavors, our friends' creative endeavors, our comedy and skits that we were doing, songs that we were making. We had lots of friends in the music business. We would put them on the show. A lot of people's very first time being interviewed was by us that are now, big songwriters and artists out there. But that was really what it was. It was an opportunity to create our own way to platform, our creative endeavors.
And everybody knew like somebody that could be a guest. I mean, I remember getting people on the show that I knew, and
skateboarding guy,
Jerron Wilson.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, it was about all that. It was never about the money.
Yeah, and it's still not about the money. Although
this is costing Stu, not us.
Yes, that is true.
And this broadcast is free. So
I'll tell you what, free Cable Guy Jeff. What people probably want to know, since the last time you were on a show like this, what have you been up to? And now I happen to know something interesting that I'm.
Really?
Yes, there is some juice here to squeeze.
Juice.
So Jeff, actually, when the show ended, aside from editing the amazing documentaries,
wait. He's not working for a rival railroad, is he?
No.
Okay.
He should though.
Okay.
When the show ended, Cable Guy Jeff certainly has done other creative things. He has made these documentaries about TSM and all the various incarnations, which are amazing, and they're on YouTube. He worked so hard on those. He also has opened his own YouTube channel where he features him and his family in their archival videos, which he is monetizing, by the way, which he's made more money. Cable Guy Jeff, this is crazy, okay? This is crazy. This guy who practically invented live streaming and podcasting has made more money on a YouTube channel showing his old family archival footage of them going to Disneyland than he has on anything that we have done we've talked about today.
You'd be surprised. A lot more people would be interested in watching Disneyland videos than watching someone talk about trains.
Yes.
But I feel like it should be the opposite. Trains are more interesting.
There's train YouTube channels that I'm sure have lots of.
Is there a thing that people who like trains, are they called like trainees?
They're called foamers.
Are they really?
Foamers?
Yeah. Foamers?
Foamers.
So maybe we should do a hashtag foamers on this and we'll get some extra views. Jeff, not only is he monetizing his YouTube channel, the Euler Family Archives.
At the Euler Family.
But Jeff had to he had to get a 9-to-5. He went into the workforce of America and he applied his skill set to the population of the world and put himself out there and punched the clock. And I happen to have heard a little bit of tidbit along the way that currently Jeff is not working. As of this recording.
No.
And Jeff, actually, we're going to get to the bottom of this. Jeff was sent to sensitivity training as a result of something that took place. I don't know. I'm wondering if Jeff hasn't been seen since the last broadcast because he's been canceled. I don't know. But Jeff was sent to sensitivity training for something that happened to him. I don't know what happened. I'm hoping. I hate to put him on the spot like this.
Well, I'll be damned.
Yeah.
But I'd like to know what the incident was and I'd like to know what happened at the sensitivity training. Apparently, he had to go for 6 weeks.
Such a gentle, sensitive man going to sensitivity
That's
training.
what I'm saying. Like, what the hell?
Is HR has run amok in this country.
Am I
It
telling?
wasn't 6 weeks. It feels like 6 weeks because of the holiday that was there, the break. So really it was only 2 weeks, but the break that was 3 weeks. So it made it look like it was longer. So yeah, we're fine.
But just so people know, like, this is not
like
a
2.5 weeks.
Cable Guy Jeff, one of the most polite, gentlemanly people that I know,
Yes, this
was sent
this is
to
big
sensitivity
news.
training.
This is big news.
Is that true?
Yes, kind of.
Did you take sensitivity
I was
training?
I was trained.
This
Yes.
is like LeBron James having to go to basketball camp or something.
That's what I'm trying to say. The
not
most
flopping.
sensitive
Yeah.
guy, the most empathetic guy that I know
Yeah.
is sent to sensitivity training. Well, let's talk about the actual training. You had to go to, what do they do there? Like, what did you have to do?
Just conversations and just making sure that you make
And
the
are they,
right
like, showing you a
decisions.
picture and being
There's
like-
videos. You watch videos on the proper way to handle situations.
And what's in the
I'm
videos?
not going to get too. I'm sorry. Not going to get too far or too much into it. That was insensitive of me. I'm sorry.
Another week. Another week.
Damn it.
Were you,
I brushed his
did
leg
you brush
and-
up against a man's leg? Is that what this is about?
What?
Taking the training away from me.
What? So what's in the
No,
videos?
we just watch videos. It's just people are like how you would act in a group, things to say, not to say, just that type of stuff to be safe.
Did you
and-
learn anything?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
Yes.
good.
I'm a very sensitive person.
Well, I have to take those at my work on on an iPad. I have like little modules for like sexual harassment,
Yes.
and cybersecurity, and all that stuff. Every year we got to do them.
Sure, but this was a
Training.
specifically.
The funny thing
he
about-
was specifically sent though. You're talking about like, oh, if you're bored on the train, you got 6 hours to Barstow. You can look at these videos. He actually had to go to a place.
Yeah.
He was sent.
I could do it on my own time, but it's the company I work for. It's really funny when you do the sexual harassment little
so funny.
module. No, the executive who does the introduction, his name is Mike Titty.
Oh,
So right off the rip,
that's difficult right there.
right off the rip, you hear the word titty.
Yeah.
It's a D, Tiddy. But like, so you turn your iPad on, it's like, welcome to the sexual harassment training seminar. I'm Mike Titty, and it just kills it right off the rip. Yeah,
Just like you killed the momentum.
Yeah,
Of
sorry,
me
no.
trying to get to the
no,
bottom.
we're gonna get to the bottom of it.
I mean, Cable
There's
Guy
no
Jeff.
bottom.
Cable Guy Jeff, who is a bottom, he was sent to sensitivity training. True or false?
True.
You don't get sent to sensitivity training for multiple weeks for nothing.
Well, it's a training. It serves a purpose.
Were you raw? Like, what? Were you sculpted? Like, what happened?
No, it was just training for the job, and it's part of the process.
I happen to know that something happened because Jeff, I've asked him about this off air. He doesn't like to talk about it. I figured this would be the best way to get him to talk about it. But something to do with a sandwich, I understand, was the inciting incident that took place. There was a sandwich.
Was there like an Italian guy? And you're like, hey, you want a salami
No, it
sandwich?
was something about a break room.
Oh.
Someone may have accused him of taking their sandwich, or he ate someone's sandwich. What happened?
Oh,
I don't know. It's news to me.
you're one of those guys that eats other people's food.
Or maybe he
I just
ratted
don't know.
on somebody's...
My name is on my bag.
He ratted on somebody's sandwich stealing, and then they ratted him out, and they falsely accused... There was some drama involving a sandwich.
We
That's
may
all
Why
never
I
don't
know.
know.
we just hear the story?
There's
can
no
you just-
story. What are you
can
talking
you just tell
about?
us
What
why-
kind of sandwich was it?
It was a PB&J.
Everybody knows everybody knows that you're not sent to a sensitivity camp unless these allegations are very serious.
Yeah.
Cable.
What happened? Did you
It was
get in an
part of the
argument?
process. You're
Was
blowing
there
it out of
Was
proportion.
there an argument?
No, there's no argument. Everything was good. Everything is fine. Everything is solved. I've gone through my training.
Was
I've
there
gone
an-
through it, and
was-
I'm good. I'm
Was there
hired.
an argument?
No argument. Just a disagreement.
So, what was the disagreement about a sandwich?
It could have been. I can't say too much. I mean, there's
Did you sign an NDA?
yes.
Oh God. Was
Just the off chance that I would come on a podcast and talk about it.
Sandwich Gate. Was there a physical confrontation?
Well, no, but we had a discussion and things were settled, and you know we
So why did they
disagree? So therefore, they
did they have to go also?
Yes.
Okay,
both
that's-
parties
well,
had to
that's-
go.
That's fair.
So it's no fault insurance kind of thing. Like you get in a car accident, it's both people's
It's
fault.
more for the company than for us.
Yeah, it sounds like.
So did they
companies
pull you into
covering
HR
their
to
ass.
talk about the incident?
Well, there was really no talking. It was just like he put these two on the list, and there you go. They just continue on the training.
Okay, I'm not trying to make a meal out of this, but
Yes, please don't.
I'm just trying to, the people want to know. and I'm trying to, now I'm an investigator.
I think
want to know.
Yeah, people want to know if you've changed, if you're no longer sensitive.
I'm very sensitive.
So, from what I understand, say less. Okay, I'm not trying to break your NDA.
Okay,
here,
thank you.
But I didn't sign an NDA. So let me see if I can put this together. In the break room at the place you were working, there was a sandwich that somebody was accusing somebody of eating a sandwich. That's the intel that I've gathered. I don't know if Jeff ate the sandwich or someone ate Jeff's sandwich, or whether someone was like, who ate my sandwich? And Jeff was like, oh, Ruthie ate the sandwich. Like Jeff was like the whistleblower. There was a confrontation about this sandwich that got heated, and Jeff, who doesn't raise his voice very often, from what I understand, was brought to his boiling point. Shout out to Boiling Point. I don't want to ruin the surprise. You reached your boiling point.
Right.
There was a confrontation. There may
Not
have
physical. Not
there
physical.
may have been a shove that you didn't do, but there may have been
Alleged.
a shoulder kind of like
It's alleged.
a bump, and like a high school principal type of character at work came in, got these people to separate. The next day, Cable was brought into an office where they told him that he's being put on a sensitivity training.
This is much more serious.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I didn't know there was physical and
There was some sort of like shoulder
yeah.
bump or something that
It's all
either
alleged.
Cable initiated or it happened to Cable Guy. Me knowing Cable, and if I was called to be a character witness, I would never imagine Cable raising his voice or shouldering somebody. So I would imagine he's the victim in this scandal.
I believe Cable was shouldered.
I think you were shouldered. Were you shouldered?
I mean, I don't think shoulders were involved, but I mean,
Were you forearmed? Were you elbowed?
there was some stiffness
chested?
involved.
Was there
There was some stiffness in the crossing, but I'm just going to leave it at that.
But it was done to you, or you did it to the person?
To me.
So it was done to you.
Okay, that's
so why
all
are
I
you
can
being sent to sensitivity training?
Like I said, both parties were.
Yeah, they have
It's
to-
just like you said, the
gotta
company
cover.
is just protecting themselves.
Yeah.
Right. So you went through the training. You said it was for 2 weeks?
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of
Well,
training.
there's other
for-
stuff involved too, as well. Not just sensitivity, but there's all sorts of training involved.
Oh, like what?
Not just the sensitivity training.
Um,
You're getting way too much, way
All
too
right,
deep
I
into
want
this.
to find out just how sensitive you are now. Is he a sensitive guy? Like if you saw
Stu the instigator.
If you saw a dog in a car and it's not a hot day, but it's a mild day, and the window's not really cracked, are you upset to see that?
No.
So
We're good.
The training didn't work.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
you're not.
The training did not work.
I would have broke the glass. Let that poor hound out.
Yeah.
No, I'm not breaking anything. Everything's good.
Oh, that's what
Everything's
it is. Yeah,
nice.
it's the physical violence.
He's like,
all right, well,
it's
folks,
their dog if it wants to.
If you're out
Trying to
there,
make a mountain out of a molehill here.
if you're out there and you're watching this, know that Cable Guy Jeff has gone through the training. He is sensitive once again.
Are
Thanks,
you
thank
are
you.
you rehabilitated? Yes or no?
Yes, I am.
So have you
Thanks for
learned,
bringing this up.
Have you learned your lesson?
Yes.
To like not
To not share anything with you ever again.
No, that wasn't the lesson. The lesson was like don't squeal if someone steals.
True. Even though they offer incentives, they offer like $2,000 incentives if you rat someone out.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't get anything, but
Holy, my employer definitely does not do that.
Imagine that. We're gonna take a quick break because Cable's giving me very dirty looks. And when we come back, he's going to read some emails. Plus, we have a surprise visitor that's going to join us. Somebody who's a big part of what I've been up to since you last saw me on any of these types of broadcasts. And we will do that as TSM Radio's 20-year anniversary spectacular continues. The very special, sensitive edition of TSM Radio.
Was the night before Christmas. So, what do? Get together with friends? Perhaps have an eggnog or two? Enjoy while you can, whatever you choose. Because on this holy night, all hell will break loose.
It just seems like something's gonna go wrong here. $25,000? Here we come. And then we get the Lambos? Then we get those Lambos. How do you even know the money's here?
Of course the money's here. You keep it in the money room in the back. Officer, I love your mustache.
Oh, shoot. I gotta touch it.
Okay!
What a bunch of sweet people.
We are back, TSM Radio. We are celebrating 20 years of the podcast medium, one that we helped blaze the trail for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could I just make one more comment on Cable's story? But you
Please.
said you might get
bring that
canceled.
back up again.
Yes.
I've said some things on this podcast. That
You have.
Perhaps
Today alone.
But perhaps there was a time where I could have been canceled.
Sure.
If cancel culture was a thing.
Yes.
I made some statements that, probably were
Crossed the line.
Crossed the line.
For sure.
I was young and
rambunctious.
Maybe ill-informed on some topics.
Ill-adelph.
And I could have been canceled, but cancel culture was not a thing then.
Thank God for that, for you.
And then it became a thing, right? But now, Cable could be the president of the United States.
Wouldn't that be something?
Cancel culture is over.
I could be.
Do
I have your vote?
Yeah.
I would vote for you.
There you go. I got 2 votes.
That's not stop the steal.
It's
Jeff is
Yeah.
going to win.
Yeah,
Caleb for president.
We've come full circle where first it was no cancel culture, then there was cancel culture. Now you're encouraged to say things that'll cancel you.
Well, I feel like Cable would never say. He doesn't really cross the line. That's
try
more
not
like
to.
that's more our thing.
No, he doesn't usually cross the line, but he clearly did.
He did.
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah, he
clearly.
did cross
I mean,
the line.
I've never
Yeah.
been to sensitivity training in my life.
Yeah, neither have I.
And I've said crazy shit, and I've shoulder bumped, and I've elbow bumped, and I've not been sent anywhere like that. So
you don't work a 9 to 5, or the corporation needs to have you trained.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, I have before. Believe it or not. Don't think that I'm just some like Nick Carpenter kid eating crayons as a kid. Like I was working. I was a working kid.
You were.
And I never got sent nowhere.
On the railroad, we settle things on the ballast. It never gets.
All right.
It never gets.
We have a surprise, and hopefully the camera has not revealed the surprise yet, but it's going to on the count of three. Well, maybe we'll count down 3, 2, 1, and then we'll clap for our surprise guest. What a surprise! We needed a ratings bump, and when you need a ratings bump, you got to bring in A-list celebrity talent.
You do.
And we've managed to do that. I don't know how. You got to know his people. Our people called his people. So in 3, 2, 1, let's welcome our surprise guest. Go ahead.
They can't see you with your hands in front of your face.
I thought you were going to say my name.
Adam Rodness.
Hey! That was one of the most incredible introductions I've ever had.
I'd like to thank Air Canada or
Yeah.
WestJet.
Yes.
It was actually Porter.
Well, Porter Airlines
Now,
for
people
bringing
might
him
be
here.
wondering, some people might not be familiar with a celebrity the size of you, but in our universe,
He does look good.
in our universe, you are.
This is the corn syrup.
Yes, in our universe, in the Stooniverse, doesn't get more A-list than Adam Rodness. And as far as TSM Radio and a history and why it would be such a great surprise to have a guy like Adam on, he has been part of this since the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
When his very first appearance on this show, if I'm not mistaken, one of his very first appearances, we were playing like a game show, like a Family Feud kind of thing, where like couples or friends would sort of.
Who would you rather?
No, it was like a Family Feud kind of style thing.
Like MFK?
No, but it wasn't couples, but just there was teams of people that were teamed up. Nick may have been teamed up with like Flower Tushy, let's just say.
I've been teamed up
with
with Flower Tushy.
Then you have someone like Joe Reaver was teamed up with like Clarence Obama. I'm just paraphrasing here. Who knows? We had great people in and around the cast and crew back then. Walters could have been teamed up with intern John Barchard. John Barchard. Remember him?
Barchard, yes.
That was amazing.
Fantastic guy.
Adam Rodness was teamed up with my sister, Dina. At that point, they were friends.
Yeah.
Something must have happened on
What
that
are they?
show.
What are they
because
now?
What are they now?
That didn't last long.
Still friends?
What are they now?
We're more than friends.
20 years later.
20 years later, what are you and my sister now?
Best friends.
In a thick pool of love, Stu, with 2 beautiful daughters, Stu, in a beautiful house with a beautiful wife.
Adam
My
is
wife.
married to my sister.
Yeah.
That
we clap on that?
Yeah, now we do. We didn't then.
We didn't then, but
we do now. And this is people that...
It actually worked out for the better for him in the long
I think when the daughters were born, that made it clappable.
That sort of...
Yeah.
It made it more of an honest thing.
Yeah.
I clapped when they came out.
But Adam and my sister, who were paired up randomly on this TSM Radio game, ended up hitting it off so well that they are now married with two kids.
Children, yeah.
And what has Adam and I, what have I been up to? Adam and I started a company together called 5-7 Films, and we've been making movies and TV shows and documentaries. That's what we've been up to, Jeff. We have not gone to sensitivity training yet.
You guys don't have that, though.
You probably should.
That's crazy that both of your penises are 5.7 inches.
That's why we called the company 5-7.
That's just, I mean, for two complete strangers
it's
to meet and then have the top.
It is 5.7 depending on where you...
We were at a docking convention.
Yeah. No, it depends where you measure from.
Oh. The
like
top part or the...
No, sometimes some people like to measure from underneath the wagon.
That's supposedly where...
Underneath the carriage, I should say.
That's where you're supposed to measure from.
Are you supposed to measure from tip to taint?
No.
The base.
Base to...
Tip.
Because if you do top, you're giving yourself like another inch.
Top? What's top of what?
The top of the... Well, you know,
can
like,
say it.
well, like, you know how like the balls are on the bottom?
Yeah, I'm familiar.
And then there's like the top. Like if you put
top of the ball.
If you lay the ruler like on top, you know what I mean? Where it connects to your body.
Oh, top, not ball?
Yeah.
Also on the top.
Yeah, if you do top, you get like a little extra.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's a good tip.
Yeah.
And you got to trim a little bit. That gets you an extra quarter inch.
That'll give you an extra visible inch.
Yeah, it's the same measure. It is just visibility.
Yeah.
On the 20th anniversary of TSM Radio.
Yeah, this is the more you know. This is not where I expected the conversation
Let's get back to us because we have been doing this for a long time.
I pioneered
He always takes you off the rails.
Yeah.
Now, do you remember your early interactions doing TSM Radio and SNS content and videos and stuff like that?
Do I remember? I could pull it back a few years. Yeah, I remember. Yes, I do remember. Vaguely remember.
He remembers.
You have it.
Yeah. He remembers, folks.
What happened? What was the?
No,
what
I'm trying
stands
to
out
get
for
a
you?
story. Like,
what stands out for you?
No, I'm trying to be like you were, in Hollywood and you were, wide-eyed and excited about the world and this was happening and you got in it and you carved a role for yourself and we did skits and stuff like that. There's certainly life experience in entertaining that you gained. No.
Yeah, I think when we started, the show was a something to look forward to for also entertainment purposes. When you had like all of your friends staying up till God knows when, doing God knows what, having God knows who show up, it was like it was the night out. It was the night of the week to look forward to. When's the show?
A week in Clubhouse.
And more because it was the Clubhouse thing. Yeah, it was like
Sundays.
what's happening.
Sundays were kind of a boring day.
Yeah.
And Sunday night.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Definitely.
Was it on Sundays?
Well, Sunday night.
Sunday nights too was.
Yeah, sure.
TSM Radio, we probably recorded like Tuesdays or Wednesdays.
I remember being like a Wednesday.
Yeah, because we played hockey Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. So Wednesday would have
That's right. You worked around your schedule.
Yeah.
Wacky Wednesdays. And you went through a bunch of different locations for the show. I mean, I think the one that stands out for me the most would probably be Justin Trugman's house.
Oh, and Cable just put up a photo right now. Yeah.
And in that house was
Trugman's son?
Wow, our first beat
yes.
on the broadcast.
Why, is he sponsoring the show?
No.
And that was my most memorable. That was a lot of fun. That was crazy. That's when, back then, I think they had the newspaper. So, I would do the weather.
Which we're going to hopefully reprise.
Tonight?
Hopefully.
You want me to do it?
I would hope so.
And I would read it off a newspaper. That's how long ago that was.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, he was our weatherman.
I used to go to the gas station, the Arco.
Which isn't there anymore.
Not there anymore. Dirty Hands Matt.
Who's maybe dead. Hopefully not.
Walk in and buy a pack of butts and grab the weather.
Wow.
And I would walk back to...
Two things that don't happen in 2026 anymore. People don't read the newspaper and people don't really buy packs of butts anymore.
Yeah. Did I say butts or smokes?
You said butts.
Yeah, remember that?
There's some smokers still.
But it's rare.
Smoking butts.
You don't see people smoking cigs
More
like
vaping.
you used to. Yeah, people are vaping these days.
But and then obviously that led to more stuff. You guys had your show going on with Jamie The MTV show was, that brought even more insanity.
And now Jamie's podcasting.
Jamie's podcasting.
Jamie built a place like this. He's got his own place like this.
Yeah.
He used to come on our show and be like, "What are you doing? What is the point of all this?" And now look at you, Jamie. Now look at you.
And you should see this. Other guys like Howie Mandel have like this. We were there yesterday.
But let me stop you right there.
Why?
Howie Mandel.
Good segue.
Oh.
There's a Howie Mandel story that Nick has been dying to tell us.
Great. Now's the time.
You want the Howie Mandel story?
I mean, this is a perfect time to tell. He just said Howie Mandel's name, and it's like, you say Howie Mandel's name 3 times. Either he shows up or a story about him shows up.
I'll have to send Cable the photo of the costume.
Please do.
So that he can upload it to
Please
give a little bit more context.
What's your Howie Mandel story? I know part of you getting booked on this 20th anniversary show, and this sounds like I'm joking.
It's for this story?
Was for this story. Oh. He was like, I've got this great Howie Mandel story. I said, wait a minute. Don't tell me. We're going to record a TSM Radio podcast. Save it for the show. That's what we used to always have to say to our friends back then. We'd be recording a show. Someone would be telling us something funny. We'd go, stop. Save it for the show. And that's exactly what happened. So here we are. We're recording. There's cameras.
Okay.
What's your Howie Mandel story?
Well, my wife, Bridget, records Girls Next Level with Holly Madison at Howie Mandel's studio here in the San Fernando Valley here. And he recently turned 70.
Happy birthday, Howie.
Happy birthday, Howie.
He turned 70?
Yeah.
Wow, he looks great.
Yeah, he does. And he had his birthday party at the studio, but it was like a day birthday party.
A day party. A darty, as my nephews would say.
So Bridget's like, are you going to be off that day? And I'm like, I don't know. And, my schedule's kind of unpredictable. And it turns out I was off that days. And she's like, it's a theme party. I'm like, she's like, yeah, it's 70s theme. And I'm like, okay. So, she's like on Amazon looking at disco outfits and Afro wigs and fun 70s stuff. And I was just like, hey, let me see that invitation before I start firing off Amazon orders on a 70s costume. And on the invitation, it says, it basically says dress like the 70s, not the decade, the age group. So Bridget almost went in bell bottoms and and I would have done the same thing. That would have been very embarrassing. You
don't want to, really funny. It just
no, it's very good though. It's
another take to walk into the party and be like, oh, I thought it was the 70s.
In our relationship, Adam is the guy that would read he's the guy that would double check the invitation. I would be the guy ordering the bell bottoms.
Yeah. Well, then.
Carry on.
Adam and I are the men of the relationship.
That's for sure.
So
that's what he was trying to say.
Yeah. So let me see that invitation. I'm like, it's old person theme. He's turning 70. He wants everybody to dress like an old person. Oh, my bad. So she orders this 90-year-old woman costume, right, of Amazon, and then I'm like, oh shit, I gotta come up with something, right? So I go to Target and I get this old man Dockers and white dad shoes and I've got silver hair dye. I dyed my whole hair silver, right. And I got a scratch off and I put it in my pocket and I just look like I had these big oversized clothes that were tucked in. I should have just spilled some mustard on my shirt too or something, but so we go to the party and we like theme parties, especially Bridget. She loves the theme.
Bridget's she's all in.
She's all in at any theme party. She's all in
for sure,
and I love that about her. And
so do I.
And we're gonna go to this party and we're gonna have a good time. And we roll up to this party and there we pull in. There's valet and there's just I don't see anybody per se in the valet that's dressed in costume. And I get, it's kind of like the car ahead of me, this young couple gets out, very, very, handsome young couple. They get out, they're dressed totally normal.
A gay couple?
No, they were a straight couple.
A straight handsome couple.
Well, handsome can be used in that.
I've never heard for a female to be called handsome.
Adam is going to be sent for sensitivity training. Cable's got a contact for you.
And
I know a guy.
And so they move and I pull the car up to the valet guy and he opens the door and where the first spot for the cars for you to get out, you could see into the party. You could see into the main doors of the studio, and I saw a crowd of people. And not one of those people was dressed up. Oh. And then there's a car behind me, a really nice, I think it was a Porsche, Taycan or something.
I appreciate you call it a Porsche.
Because that's what it's called.
Yeah,
it's
because
not
I say
called a
Porsche.
Yeah, it's not a Porsche. It's Porsche.
Porsche. Cable, try that.
Porsche.
I look in my rearview mirror, and who gets out of this car behind me? Not but John Stamos and his beautiful wife.
Wow. Jesse Katsopoulos himself, Jesse of the Rippers.
Lovely couple, and incidentally, not dressed like old people.
Oh boy.
So now we're starting to panic.
Because you guys are dressed.
In the back.
He dyed his hair.
Yeah. Not just like old people. We're just like we're 100 years old.
Yeah.
And we're looking at the party, and no one's dressed up. And then Bridget says to the valet guys, like, "Are you guys gonna get out?" And Bridget's like, "Did you happen to see if anybody was like dressed up as old people?" And this nice man was like, honestly, no." And then he had a great line. He goes, "But if there's a prize, you guys are gonna win it." And I'm like, well, I have a very high tolerance for like self-deprecation.
Sure.
I can, I like
dish it out as much as you can take it.
Right. Every Halloween, I dress like I try to be the most embarrassing thing possible, costume-wise. Like I put together, funny stuff that's just I like to embarrass Bridget and just be like, I'll like go to Vegas on Halloween and be like something super embarrassing.
Sure.
Walk through the casino.
For sure.
Like I can be made fun of with the best of them, but I was panicking like because these are like all mostly celebrities and then now everyone behind in the valet is getting impatient. So I'm like, fuck it, let's just get out of the car. Let's get out of the car.
I'm curious to see where this goes.
We walk into this party, and the studio is kind of like a warehouse.
Yeah.
Almost like it's got a huge
compound.
It's like a compound.
Sure.
It's got like a huge open space.
Yeah.
Arsenio Hall is by the door, and he's looking at us like with a straight face. And I walk in, and everyone's mingling, and it just gets real quiet. As you like to say, Torah?
Yes, I do like to say that.
Torah. There was not a single guest of this party that dressed up in the theme of the party. Nobody did.
Wow.
So Bridget and I walk into
the record stopped.
The record stopped, and like
everyone looked.
And everyone looked, and it's all like really famous people from like the 90s and 2000s that
yeah,
are staring at me. Bill Maher is staring at me. Heidi Klum is staring at me. Brad Garrett is staring at me. Sarah Silverman is staring at me. Weird Al.
My
childhood hero.
He's laughing at you.
Is staring at
Even
me.
Weird Al's looking at you like,
That's
what the
amazing.
hell?
So we have to get to the bar immediately. And
but wait, is the invitation?
Yeah, was it wrong?
Did you read it correctly?
No, they just are too cool.
No one actually. They just knew. What about Howie?
Okay, one guy dressed totally normal but wore a Life Alert necklace.
So nobody went
Like
for
less
it.
is more.
Nobody dressed up in a physical costume.
Yet
with a
the
clown.
Not even Howie.
The call was to dress
Not
up.
even- clear as day.
Yeah.
I could upload the invitation.
Please do.
And so we see Howie, right when we walk in, and Howie's a big fan of my grandfather.
Okay, that makes sense.
My grandfather's
Hal Roach?
Hal Roach.
Sure.
Created the Little Rascal,
Legend.
Laurel and Hardy. And Howie's a big fan, and I always appreciate people that are fans of my grandfather because he was a long time ago. There's not that many people left who really understand old Hollywood.
Sure.
He does. And I knew this, and my grandfather used to have these pens and pencils made that said compliments of Hal Roach.
Oh,
On
wow.
the pen. And he loved to give them out. The Hal Roach pen. And my mom still had a box of these pens.
I want to get one of those
can
pens.
have
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to give Howie a pen and a pencil for his birthday. So we go up to Howie, and we're like, happy birthday. Bridget's like, happy birthday, Howie. And he's like, oh, thanks. She's like, do you recognize me? Yeah, I recognize you. Okay, who am I? Girls Next Level. But I don't think she knew if it was Bridget or Holly, or I don't think he knew if it was Bridget or Holly. He just said, Girls Next Level. Yeah, it's Bridget. And then and he's wanted to meet me because of my grandfather. He's like, oh, so this is your husband. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, nice to meet you. And I didn't know because he's a germaphobe.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I should shake his hand or whatever.
Did you reach out your hand?
He reached out his hand. So,
Oh, really?
That's a
Yeah.
good call.
Open?
Yeah. And-
Holy
No
crap.
bump?
That's a good
Yeah.
sign.
You got an open hand.
Yeah.
Well, he must trust you.
Oh, I
You're
got
in.
more.
His grandson.
I got more than that.
Oh, whoa.
So I presented him with these two pens, or a pencil and a pen, and he was, I think, genuinely moved by the pens. Like he was, no BS. He was like, "Wow, this is amazing," and he hugged me.
Wow, that's rare.
Really rare.
Probably best birthday present ever.
And he commented after the party, next time he saw Bridget, that was his favorite present.
That's awesome.
Wow.
But that
No,
doesn't-
Cable, your instincts were right.
Yeah.
No. Well, that doesn't. That's a lovely story that Howie liked the pens. However, it didn't change the fact that we were the only ones.
Did he
dressed.
comment on the fact that you
Yeah,
guys?
he's like you guys are great, and we're like, okay, but what happened? Yeah. Oh, I don't. You know how people are. I guess they just didn't want to. Yeah.
And so for the rest of the party, you're like talking to Weird Al and John Stamos, and you're in your costume.
Yes, and so we're in this party, and then one by one, people start kind of coming up to us, like, "Wow, you guys are, you guys are something else." Like, "Wow, you guys really went for it." And I'm just thinking, no, we didn't. We just followed the invitation.
Yeah.
And you all have humiliated us by, I went straight to the bar after I saw Howie and had just a full glass of tequila. Otherwise, I think I would have had a stroke.
Oh my god! Did you have like latex on your face too? Did
No,
Bridget go
no.
like all
No,
out with
but
like
I
trying to
just-
get wrinkles and stuff?
She had like a wig
was like-
on,
she
She had a
right?
wig and like a moo and like, Bridget.
And Bridget's a very attractive woman.
Yeah.
In this picture, she does not look
No,
like
yeah,
herself.
that's the thing. Like Bridget is that's what was
It's
frustrating
like a
about
deep
it.
fake costume.
This is the
Everyone's
type
dolled
of
up and-
type of party where you want to look your best.
Yeah.
I'm not I'm not like a Hollywood type anymore, here and there, but I would have liked to have looked my best at this party.
Yeah.
Like how Cable looked his best today.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have
your hypothetical Star Wars shirt
I would
on.
have liked to have walked in with my beautiful wife, where she looks her. Oh, okay.
No, I'm trying to.
Oh,
say,
I thought you were talking about Bridget.
No. Star Wars shirt.
I would have liked to have walked in with my beautiful blonde wife and like turned heads that way.
Yes.
Instead of all your childhood heroes looking at you and judging you for, God forbid, dressing up to a party that had a theme.
Yeah.
I feel like that's
attached to
happened
it.
to us before.
And
It's really funny.
But not like John Stamos and Weird Al.
That's
guest
so-
list.
so
really.
I
Ours
came-
was like Coach Lauren and like.
I
Jamie Rise.
came up with this idea that the prize for what we went through should be an invite to Heidi Klum's Halloween party.
Right.
And was that the prize?
I suggested that to Heidi Klum.
And what was her answer?
She's like, no.
You know what is funny about what you just said? That Adam and I coincidentally had a meeting with Howie Mandel recently. And we went to the compound there. And when we went in there, the first thing we saw, obviously you walk through the door, the very first thing you see is Bridget in her podcast
Not
studio.
there standing. There's a
but
poster.
There's definitely a poster.
Yeah, if you come in on, while she's recording, it would actually be her.
Yeah, that's right.
It would actually be her, but she
we
wasn't
did,
there
but
that
we
time.
did sit in the chair. We took a photo.
I saw that.
I sent it to
Yeah,
you.
I have a photo.
I saw that. That was cool.
But as an icebreaker to Howie,
I used the story.
I didn't know the full story. I only knew what you told me about the story until I made you stop telling me the story because I wanted to save it for this.
Yeah.
But I said, hey, I heard that Nick and Bridget came to your party and they were the only ones that were dressed up in a costume, and Howie confirmed that did in fact happen.
Yeah,
he did.
Like I that's what I really want to express to the listeners is that it wasn't like it was like a few people. We were the only people. And like 200 people. We were the only people, and that's what made it so funny.
That is so funny.
Amazing.
And it was I have friends like that have like anxiety, and I'll tell them the story, and you can like physically see them like getting ill.
That's so funny.
Like of embarrassment. But
Before we move off that topic, did you get to talk to the holograms?
I did actually.
Context at Howie's compound, the people that put Tupac at Coachella, that company is it's like Howie's company, is like he works with them.
Yeah, he works with them.
They've got all these holograms of William Shatner and Snoop and anybody you can think
It's
of.
actually funny you bring that up because part of the party was that you would go to the hologram guy and they would they would take your picture and show you like as a child.
Oh,
and then
cool.
and then it would slowly age you.
Holy shit.
But I was
wow.
already aged. So it just made me look hella fucking
That's
old.
great.
I looked like Benjamin Button.
That's so funny.
You know, because I didn't go
Those
in.
holograms are something else. We had like a conversation with William Shatner in French, English, and Mandarin. Like it was nuts.
Well,
what
he's
going on.
got this hologram, and it's like literally you look, and it's William Shatner standing there, and he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" And it's powered by AI.
Wait, that's your Shatner?
I don't do a Shatner, but it was powered by AI, and then you can talk to William Shatner, and then William Shatner will answer you using the power of artificial intelligence to answer the question.
Right.
So Howie was demonstrating it for us, and he was like, "Hey, what's one of your movies?" And we were like, Faking a Murder.
Try that one.
Try Faking a Murder. And he's like, "Hey, William, what can you tell me about..." And I don't do Howie either. "Hey, William, what can you tell us about Faking a Murder?" And Shatner's like, "Well, Faking a Murder is a brilliant satire comedy mockumentary that fools the audience into thinking that two bumbling detectives are trying to solve a crime, and it's hysterical, starring Peter Schwartz and Frank Tillman, the duo of..." And we're like, "Whoa, wait a minute. He's describing..."
Like, "Wait, that's not you guys?" I'm like,
"That's
no."
not..." He's like, "I thought you said this was your movie." And we're like, "It is. It's like describing our movie, but we're not Peter and Neil." Like, "Peter and Neil? I thought you were Adam and Stu." And we're like, no. We're like, "Try something else. Ask him about Stu Stone." And he's like,
That's so funny.
He's like, "William, tell me about Stu Stone." And Adam and I are like, "Oh, this is
gonna be great."
And William Shatner's like, "Stu Stone is a multi-talented guy known for producing and acting."
I thought it was going to be like Stu Stone.
No,
He's
hold on.
a real estate agent.
Hold on. He's like, "Stu Stone is a multi-talented guy. And grew up
Stu's
a child
like,
actor. Grew up a child actor. Ended up becoming a producer and director, and is most notably known as his role as Ray in Rain Man." and like Charlie or Marvin Berry in Back to the Future, and
also wrote the Titanic.
Yeah, and I was like, "What? That's not me." And
the guy's like beating the computer in the back.
Yeah, the guy's like, "What?" And I'm like, "That's not." He's describing me, but I wasn't in Rain Man.
Anyways.
And Howie's like, "You were in Rain Man?" It was so cool.
A little buggy, but it's an incredible technology.
It was so awesome. Or they were just
so
like pranking us, knowing Howie that like he did that.
Could be.
It was cool when like I said, it did overage because it was already aged. Another awkward part of that party where there were a lot of folks who were 70 at the party,
and they were like, "Fuck you."
They're yes, yes. This one lady's like, "Now, what are you supposed to be? I don't get it." I'm like, "Well, it's the party said 70." She's like, "Well, I'm 70," and Bridget's wearing like a muumuu and a cane and like.
She's got like a walker.
Yeah, she's got a cane.
Yeah,
that's a
and
great
this lady's
story.
like perfectly, normal.
But shame on the other celebrities for not dressing
right?
up a little bit
Right.
and then making you feel bad about just being invited.
Like you're absolutely right, but it's
crazy.
And,
Even Weird Al Yankovic wasn't being a little weird.
The two that really came up to me and gave me props were Sarah Silverman and her boyfriend. I guess he's a producer on the Daily Show.
Yeah,
and he's like, and I had a Set for Life scratch off. And I could tell that Sarah Silverman's boyfriend's hit some cards before, because he's like, "Oh yeah, Set for Life, I like those." Yeah, he's like, "Yeah, Set for Life." It's like you get like $5,000 a month. It's like, and I'm like, yeah, it's like no one's gonna know you won the lottery, but you get like $5,000. It's like you have a job, and so people would be like, "Hey, what are you doing right now?" And, just different things, but you're getting that $5,000 a month. So you're like staying afloat.
I will say though that of all the people that I know on Earth. When I know a lot of people on Earth, Nick is the luckiest scratcher lottery ticket player that I've ever met.
Is that you?
This guy wins $100 all the time.
Yeah, I'll buy some cards once in a while just to hit some cards, and I do catch some licks on
some
those.
honeys.
Yeah,
that's great. You know who else did? Was your great aunt, Auntie Sandy.
Oh, she won $10,000 on the scratcher.
And that card
she took us all to Vegas.
Yes, she did.
Wow,
the best.
What a
shout out to Auntie Sandy.
Gem.
God rest her soul.
Yeah. A lot of folks would have kept that for themselves. But
not with these nieces and nephews around.
I believe that card I had in my pocket in the photo was a $50 card. A winner. I did meet Weird Al, and we were at the taco bar.
I told you booking Nick was a good idea.
We were at the taco bar, And Weird Al was there, and like Weird Al is seriously like,
yeah,
he's like my
royalty.
To me, just UHF was my favorite.
For sure,
100%.
And
yeah.
I'm like
Twinkie Wiener sandwich.
I said, look, I don't.
My mom.
I said I don't say this to anyone. I hate being that.
Today we're gonna do spoons out of it. Look,
but like
it stinks.
Wheel of Fish and Spatula City and all that I can't tell you how important that was to me as a kid. And he's oh, thanks, I appreciate it.
You were like, hey,
That's
I just
cool.
want. Nick's like dressed like an old man. He's like, I just want you to know, Wheel of Fish.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Exactly. I'm dressed like a 90-year-old man, and I'm chopping it up with Weird Al about Wheel of Fish.
That's fun. That's you're living the dream.
That's good. That's a good part.
You're living the dream.
Brad Garrett had some nice things to say about the costume, and Kevin Nealon. I love Kevin Nealon.
Yeah, he's
I always thought Kevin, other than Norm Macdonald, I always thought Kevin Nealon was low key very funny on Weekend Update, because he was kind of he was on Weekend Update like in the Chris Farley, David Spade kind of years. Yeah, and I used to love Kevin Nealon, and
he got to meet you.
We were in the valet, and he gives his ticket to the guy. And he goes, he's like, it's a red Ferrari. It made me laugh. And then like a Toyota Highlander pulled up or something like that, like
putting him on blast.
Yeah.
There was someone else that was like that. Maybe it was Kevin Nealon. I've literally heard that line before, and it may have been him. We got to take our last break, our final break of our 20-year anniversary show, and then we're going to, when we come back, turn it over to the people that made TSM Radio so great. And I'm not talking about necessarily me or Nick or Adam Rodness. I'm not talking about the great Justin Trugman, Slow Jam Cam, Young Church, Joe Reaver, Clarence Obama. I'm not talking about Walt Walters. I'm not talking about Flower Tucci.
Jesus Coombs.
I'm not talking about Jesus My Heavens, the artist formerly known as Jesus. Now he's Maverick.
Yeah.
Coombs from the band Lettuce. I'm not talking about DJ Lethal, who my mom thinks his first name is DJ still. I'm not talking even about my mom. I'm not talking. Who am I leaving out here, Cable? I'm not talking about Jamie Rise and Eli Rise, the brothers Rise. I'm not talking about them. I'm not talking about Wes Brodsky.
Well, Robin.
I'm not talking about that Haya. Yeah. I'm not talking about Angela or Mike Williams. I'm not talking. I already said Reaver.
Oh, you did?
I'm not talking about all the great people that have helped make this. Elliot Yamin,
Wax,
Boo Skills was on the show. Sure. I mentioned Cam Church. We've said now 3 times.
Oh, we have. Okay.
But shout out to Church all day, every day. Preach. Not talking about Adam Tomahawk Kimura. I'm not talking about all these legends. Yep. I'm talking about the people who were the listeners and the viewers of our show. That's who we're going to turn it over to next.
I could fire off some of those names.
Well, you'll have a chance to do that right after, because we may even hear from some of those names. Because when we return for the first time in almost a decade, Cable Guy Jeff's effing 5 minutes is going to take place right after this. Jamie was a fan of the Stone Movement stuff, and he was happy to get on stage. Little did we know, me and Jamie would end up doing music together and having some success, actually. Sort of the beginning of that journey, indirectly, started right there.
It's time!
1984, lying in the grass. First time I ever got some ass. Pop rock in my mouth, wanna go down south, but the whopper in my stomach really gave me gas.
Crazy motherfucker, let's get a fresh pack of hubba berry blast. I got money to kill and ants to burn. Drag car noir in the salon perm.
Who got your booty shit?
Hey, I'm Jamie. I'm the X guy. Woo woo! Full joke. If I slam on the gas, would I just drive over that car?
Yeah, you could. Not a problem.
You stare and wonder where we came from, and I don't get it. You should have seen us coming while you was up in your vomit. I was messing with Care Bears, and not that you care, but the shit still airs.
This is not TSM TV.
No, it's JKTV. It's a new show competing.
Oh, really?
You're on at 9 o'clock on Yahoo. I'm on 9 o'clock at AOL. I feel weird that you're judging me about my style of like expressing myself.
Blah!
And like your lifestyle is not exactly good. I mean,
here we go.
I don't want to say anything about your porn star history and all that stuff.
we go.
We are back. TSM Radio 20-year anniversary spectacular. I am Stu Stone, joined by CableguyJeff, Nick Carpenter, Adam Rodness, and all of you who are still sticking with us here throughout this broadcast, this historic broadcast. Hopefully the first of many, because this has been so much fun. Can we all agree on that?
Fact. Yes.
I could stay here all day and chop it up with you folks.
Yeah, I mean, if we weren't being
I can
charged
listen to
by the
Nick all
hour,
day.
we would
Yeah.
stay all day.
Well.
But you know, like the people that you used to date, there is a fee involved. I don't even know.
What?
I just
There may
making a
be
joke.
there may have been a fee, but I never paid it.
No, of course not. Other people did.
I always got the waiver. Yeah.
BOGO. What is that website where you can get the deals?
Pornhub?
No, well that too. But what's the? Come on.
Where can't you get deals?
No, it's
these
like you
days?
buy like 5 spa visits instead of one.
Groupon?
Groupon.
Groupon, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Is that still a thing?
I don't know.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Cable would know.
I hate Groupon.
Do you hate it?
Oh yeah, I
All right,
don't
well,
give them my money.
I'll tell you what, we are back, and we're not here to disparage Groupon, a potential sponsor of future episodes, but we are here to celebrate the fact that the listeners, the people who made our show, at one point, the most popular podcast on planet Earth, at one point. The most famous, the most watched live streaming show on Earth, those folks, we are always with us, and we always reminisce, and way funnier than anything that a lot of us have ever said has come from our audience, which I think are the real stars of the show because they're so funny. Nowadays, people have, chats going and people are making, social media has completely evolved since we first started this. But
Yes, it
back
has.
then, people would send an email. You couldn't just send a tweet or whatever, or a Facebook message. You had to send an email. And we're going to kick it old school, as they say.
Yeah.
And we are going to have CableguyJeff's F in 5 minutes. And if you want to write a letter for future CableguyJeff readings, where can they write that letter to?
Send it to tsmradiojeff@gmail.com.
Well, the only way to really make this segment official would be to shout out Jamie Rise, the original singer, the writer of the CableguyJeff theme song, which is one of the most profoundly prolific, amazing pieces of music ever composed or performed.
It's right there with Vivaldi's Four Seasons.
It's literally right there.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sporty-O as well, who I didn't mention in the last segment. But Sporty was, I don't know why I thought of him when I thought of Vivaldi, but why not? But Jeff's got a little treat for us, right?
Yeah, I do. You want me to play it?
He spoke to Jamie Rise and Jamie was sick with the flu, couldn't be here today. Get well soon, Jamie. But he did send something.
Here you go.
It's the Cable Guys. Fucking 5 minutes, it's the Cable Guys. Fucking 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That
brings
boy
back some memories.
The voice of an angel.
Still,
Voice of an angel.
Jamie Rise, if you're watching this, still got it.
Still got it.
So yeah, this is the segment where CableguyJeff made it famous to read emails from the listeners. And this was always the most popular segment of the show, no matter which guests we booked or what antics we were up to. This is the segment that got the ratings. This was the segment that got the big boost.
I remember when I first met Jamie Rise. I'm like, who's this guy with the sideshow bob hair and the white loafers?
Yeah.
It looks like he's in NSYNC.
And you were like, and I was like, oh, he's the singer of the CableguyJeff's 5 minutes.
I'm
theme.
like, I don't think I'm gonna like this guy. And what a great guy.
Yeah, he's
an
the
awesome
best.
guy.
What a
Yeah, the
great
best.
guy.
And since Jamie, a little update on him.
Yeah.
He's married. He's got 2 kids. He's built a life for himself as well. Eli, in case anyone was wondering, Eli the creep.
A kid.
Still a creep. But
now creep
kid,
with a daughter.
He's got a kid. He's got a thing. Look at this. We got a phone call coming in. I should answer this call. I know you're not supposed to answer calls during a recording, but I may as well answer the phone right now. Caller, you are calling while I'm recording TSM Radio's 20-year anniversary special.
Hey, what's up, caller?
Is that Slow Jam Cam?
It is. Am I on a recorded line?
You
Yes,
are.
You are on a recorded line.
Okay, so don't say anything too crazy.
Please don't.
No.
Are you okay?
Are you near us?
Are you behind the?
I was just wondering if I should be heading to the Pizza Palace, aka the Hawk's Nest, or somewhere else.
I mean, I would
You
head in
took
this
this
direction, and I'm sorry I took this call. Head in the direction of whichever you'd like, and we will hit you as soon as we're done here.
The Hawk's Nest.
All right.
More.
Cable Guy Jeff's effing 5 minutes is here. Let's do it. Oh, how could we not shout out the guy who I just snuck, I think, who I just saw, wrote that first email. How the hell did we not even mention this guy 100 times? But he'll do it for us.
Oh, my God.
Cable
How
Guy
many do you
Jeff,
have?
he's got a stack.
It's a few.
If you need to go somewhere, do you need to be somewhere?
Well, everyone's got to be somewhere.
Well, we're going to get through this, and then we're going to be done.
Like old days.
This is an hour.
Not me.
With the way cable reads.
All right, go for it.
Thank you for that. All right, as you were saying, ABS.
ABS. First of all, shout out to ABS.
Hey, ABS.
As my mom calls him, Abs. ABS,
Hockey
a very
fan,
talented
Philadelphia
rapper.
Flyers fan.
A part of the TSM Radio hockey fantasy hockey pool every year. But yeah, ABS used to do the intros for us week after week after week after week. What a guy. He came on our show. He was the first person to use the term smoke and mirrors around us when he saw how we were
really?
recording the show.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he caught on early on.
Very early.
Yeah, insightful guy.
Yes.
This is a quick one. You'll like this one, Adam.
Okay, good.
Are we back on the air? That's it from ABS.
Well, there you go. Short and sweet. Yes.
You know what?
To answer your question, ABS, we are.
Theoretically, yes.
Yes.
This one is from Tina Keys.
Tina Keys. Yes, legend. Absolute legend.
Hi, hello. Did my eyes deceive me when I saw the video? A chance to catch up? Well, sign me up. Too much to talk about what has happened in the past few years, but if you know, you know. Sending love and hugs to everyone, Tina.
Tina Keys.
That's sweet.
Thank you, Tina.
Absolute legend.
I do know. I know everything that's happened to Tina Keys in the last years. But if you know, you know. So I'm just going to keep quiet
He
about
knows.
Keep it to yourself, man.
Tell me out.
But Tina, shout out to you. We love you, and thank you for being a part of this anniversary. We couldn't celebrate without Tina Keys.
No, not at all. This one is from Mary B.
Wow.
Mary B, the OG.
Mary B,
Mary
the
B,
OG.
the OG.
Wow.
Hi, Cabes. What is the big surprise?
Well, this is the big surprise.
It better be what I think it is. Hope you and the family are doing well. Mary B.
Mary B, the OG. You know
What?
Mary B, the OG, of course.
I mean, I know of her. I don't think I've ever met her before.
You never seen her at a liquor store slanging vodka? Is that what she used to do?
She does slang hooch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
remember that.
Amongst other things.
Hoochie Mary?
Hooch. There's a difference.
Oh.
But shout out to Mary B, one of the most loyal supporters of everything that we always have done.
Very fond memories.
She's
of
hilarious.
Mary B.
We've met her many times, whether it be in Boston when Haruka showed up there, or whether it would be at Championship Wrestling from Hollywood.
Yep.
Shout out to David Marquez, Cole Cabana, and the cast and crew over there that Mary B came to that.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to Mary B. We love you.
This one is from Sean.
Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Dear Stu.
Yes.
I was hoping not to discuss this in such a public forum, but given you've shut down all forms of communication, I am left with no choice.
Uh-oh.
Is this your lawyer?
Do you pre-read these?
No. It has been 7.5 years since the birth of your daughter, and you have yet to acknowledge her.
What?
We are not looking for money or anything like that. We just want you to be a part of little Stuina's life. Think about how many birthdays, holidays, dance recitals, school assemblies, and parties you've missed over the years. I know we've had our share of schmozzes, but this isn't about us. Your daughter needs a father. Well, a second father, I guess. And it's time for you to man up and be a part of her life. I'm hoping this email will make you come to your senses. And by the way, that night in Bluefield, West Virginia may have meant nothing to you, but it meant everything to me.
That was very well read.
Wow.
First of
Very
all, when
good.
you started off with "We're not looking for money,"
Yeah.
you're looking for money.
Yeah. First of all,
yeah.
Sean, hilarious. I know exactly who Sean is, and I remember that night in West Virginia that he speaks of. I don't think there is, that letter's a schmoz.
So it's not true?
There's no way.
There's no scandal here?
There's no scandal.
Okay.
But shout out to Sean. Absolutely love Sean.
This one's from Leslie.
Yes.
Something special is coming, and it's what you think it could be. What is it? Thank you, Leslie.
See?
She wants to know what it is.
You were worried.
That's to the point.
I bet you.
Here's a little context, though, for Leslie's letter and a couple others that sound like the same. Cable and I posted a cryptic video on social media saying, send a letter, there's a surprise. We didn't say we're doing TSM Radio.
Yeah. She now
but the
knows.
people who were like Tina Keys, if you know, you know, some people just they figured it out. And so you'll have some people just questioning what's happening, whereas others will say that I have a daughter with them.
There's some very good internet sleuths out there.
There are.
Yeah.
There are.
Yeah.
Finally, before we go any further, cue the lights and make sure Jeff has taken a swig of his water because finally, 909 has come back
909
to TSM Radio.
Multiple time award winner for Fan of the Year.
Yep.
Came to LA, showed up at an award show, stayed at the 777 in Sherman Oaks, went bowling with us. 909.
Yeah, 909's a heavy hitter.
Legend.
Yeah.
Just got my water. All right. Good evening, boys. It's been quite a while, hasn't it? Stu, you've gotten grayer. Jeff, you've gotten younger. And anyone else who's around? Well, how the hell are you?
I'm doing pretty good, thanks.
Terrific. Thanks for asking.
When Stickham died, 909 figured this would be the end of the road for this journey. By the way, you handsome sons of bitches are hyping this up. You'd think a comeback was on the horizon. I'm sure some of you are wondering what all has changed in the time we've been away, so I'll catch you up to speed.
Okay.
909 has officially retired, and a man of people on many platforms has since emerged. This man's name, Hollywood Ginger.
Oh.
909, the first
rebrand.
Yeah. The 909, the first and only relevant three-peat Fan of the Year, has faded away into the sunset so Hollywood Ginger can emerge amongst the people. Coming back to the Stickham conversation, I was actually having a conversation with a good buddy of mine and former SNSer, Jim Motherfucking.
Oh, I love Jim.
And we were talking about the old days and how, with the emergence of TikTok, it would be great to see TSM return, but on TikTok or one of these other platforms. Maybe one day we'll get that.
Maybe one day we will.
Jeff, I haven't forgotten about part 3 of the Vault clips either. That was what most of us are waiting for. Drop the damn video already. I think I have, right? Yeah.
He's talking about the next chapter.
Oh, the next chapter.
Yeah.
It's coming. Let's see. Where did I go?
Hollywood Ginger.
The Hollywood Ginger. Damn that video already. I don't want to make this too long-winded or Jeff will start crying like old times. But in closing, I'll say this. It's still up when I see BMC. I ain't forgot and I ain't forgetting. Welcome back, you filthy animals, and I hope this ain't one off. My deepest regards, formerly 909, the first ever three-peat Fan of the Year, now Hollywood Ginger.
Wow.
Thank you, 909.
Hollywood Ginger. And the reason why Jeff would get mad about the length of the letter is because his reading capacity is only one paragraph.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's true.
Time-wise.
They send him to sensitivity training, not reading
Not reading training.
Yeah.
You're doing great.
Oh, thank you, Adam.
Yeah.
Thank you. And they're short. You should be happy with that.
I mean, it's not my show. But
Let's see. This one's from James.
Yet.
That's what I said.
James. My boy literally is filing for divorce because he's jealous of his wife's relationship with her chat GPT she named Raymond. I thought he was messing with me, but he was dead serious. I've now seen it all. Love, Boyland.
Wow. So wait, let me get this right. The guy is divorcing his wife because of her relationship with her chat GPT?
With Raymond, yeah.
Wow. That's
emotional cheating.
No, but I could see this being an actual, I don't know whether he's being serious or not, but I could actually see this being something that does actually happen in the future.
Oh, yeah.
Where people are so reliant on AI and they actually, because I work in film and television, as you know, some of the crew members that work on some of the shows that I do, they just talk to ChatGPT all day. Like every decision they make, they talk to, what should I drink right now? What should I watch right now? Mm-hmm. What color pants should I wear right now? And the ChatGPT function, I know if you watch South Park, they've had a fun take on it, but it's very complimentary ChatGPT. You could be like, hey, ChatGPT, I'd like to stick a water up Nick's ass. And it'll be like, that's a great idea. I'm glad.
Here are 4 different ways to achieve that.
It rarely tries to talk you out of something.
Rarely.
Yeah.
It rarely tries to talk you out of something. So it's like everybody's being sort of technology is nicer to them than human beings. So I could see someone building up a relationship, not unlike movies that we've seen in the last 20 years, the one with Scarlett Johansson is Her. Mm-hmm. This is going to happen, man. So if James's friend is filing for divorce, he's ahead of the curve, much like we were 20 years ago doing this show.
No.
Yeah.
Save it for the pod.
Save it for the pod.
No one's going to want to be with an actual person.
Why would they?
Terrible.
I threaten my wife with this all the time. I said, your days are numbered. Going to be replaced. I'm gonna get myself a robot.
Hologram.
I'm gonna get myself a robot that knows what it wants for dinner.
Or knows what it wants to watch on what do you want to watch?
Oh, it's so frustrating.
Do you have that
question.
problem too?
Oh my god, what do you want to eat?
Well, those are the two things that cause.
Do you think I have time to think about what I want to eat?
Well, the two things that cause the most friction in relationships, the two things that, other than social media, I would say. So maybe that's the third one, but the two are what do you want to eat, and what do you want to watch. Those two things can result in an argument you could go from 0 to 60 real quick if you don't handle that right.
I kid about replacing my wife with a robot. It would have to be a really hot robot because my wife's pretty hot. But we really only truly fight about one thing, and that's what's for dinner.
Yeah,
that's a tough one.
You know,
I saw this guy on social media. I forget his name, but maybe he didn't think of it. But like he had a life hack to solve that problem.
Yeah,
and he gets his wife to get in the car, and he's like, or his girlfriend, and he's like, guess what? I got a surprise for you. I'm taking you to your favorite restaurant to eat. And she's like, oh, really? And he's like, but let's just see if you know what it is. On the count of 3, say the restaurant, and we'll see if you're right. And he's like, 1, 2, 3. And she's like, Applebee's. And he's like, yes, Applebee's. And she's like, oh my God, yeah. And then they go to Applebee's, and he like winks to the camera.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
It's a great idea.
Good hacker.
My problem with it, not to dwell on this too long, but when you suggest something and they act like, and they don't want it, they act like it's toxic waste that's going to poison them when it's something that they really like.
Yeah, I agree.
It's
like,
something.
Ugh, I'm not eating that. And like 2 days later, they're like, I want that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like if you don't want, In-N-Out, just say, no, not tonight. Why don't we do that? In-N-Out. Like, why does it have to be, so dramatic?
I completely agree.
And then when you say something that like you can tell they don't want, but they go, that's fine.
Yeah. No, we'll just do what you want.
Guess.
Whatever you want.
I guess.
You know what? Let's just do what you want. That's a sign for like, fuck you. If someone says, let's just do what you want, that means.
Who says that to you?
Nobody.
I hate
that's the advantage of being single.
I hate that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like, oh, no, I don't want fine.
Yeah.
I want
whatever you want.
That's fine.
Yeah.
No, it's not fine.
It's not fine because then you order what you want and you get yelled at for ordering what you want as well. It's a lose-lose.
But also, like in Adam's case, which I happen to know his wife, my sister.
Yeah.
She's a sender back type person.
Really?
I don't know if she is.
They didn't make it right.
I don't know if on delivery she is, but I could see her being like someone that probably opens the app and complains about the delivery was wrong on Uber Eats type of lady. But she's the type of person that at a restaurant, and we've talked about this on other podcasts before.
Yeah, well, it's a hot topic.
I'm not a send back person. If they bring the wrong thing, so be it. Then I was meant to eat it like this.
Well, because you don't like confrontation.
I don't. My sister does. They send her, if she orders a peanut butter sandwich with the crust off, if the crust is on it, it is going back.
Or if there's a sense of crust.
Yeah.
Do I sense crust?
It's going back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is Bridget like that?
No.
Do I sense crust?
Neither of us are like that, but I will say this. I am a victim of incorrect orders at an insane rate.
Yeah.
Like I have to check my food like with a fine-tooth comb because I'm just a constant victim of messed up orders.
See, these are the type of things that you clip for
El Pollo
Instagram,
Loco.
Like these kind of
El Pollo Loco.
Yeah.
There was a
crazy chicken.
The El Pollo Loco over there in like Studio City, Sherman Oaks area. Over there.
Shout out to the Moment Lab, by the way, who we used to use El Pollo Loco as our caterer for the Coolio videos that we shot.
Oh, nice. Well,
Matt Yanofsky.
The one over there in Riverside and Fulton. Yeah, that one, I basically had like a fatwa against that El Pollo Loco where it went all the way up to corporate. I mean, this like...
Oh, as much as Dina is a complainer, Nick is an email and letter writer.
Yeah, she's never got
fatwa.
He likes to do emails and letters. Yeah. Big complainer.
I believe
emails.
A fatwa is like a holy war.
It is.
Yeah, it got to that point.
Wow.
Where it
went up the ladder.
Yeah, like I could not order anything from there without it being completely wrong.
Wow.
And, so I guess they won't be sponsoring.
And to the point where I thought there was a conspiracy against my license plate or something when they see it.
Nick's back.
Spit
in the food.
Yeah,
he's back.
Yeah. So.
El Pollo Loco, El Customer Loco, however you say that.
The customer's crazy.
Yeah,
crazy customer.
Crazy customer. But I had a legit gripe there, And if the folks
Sorry to
at
interrupt
Pollo
you,
Loco
Cable.
are listening,
this is great.
This war has been resolved.
Yeah.
But if you want to sponsor the show,
Sensitivity training.
if you want to sponsor
Yeah,
the
if
show,
there's a good way that listen, El Pollo Loco, if you're watching this
Yeah.
and you want to end the war with Nick Carpenter, the easiest way to end it, sponsor this show.
but I am currently in a fatwa with California Chicken Cafe.
We'll talk about that another time.
Yeah,
I enjoy that place.
One of my faves.
Wow.
I don't want to burn that
CCC?
bridge.
I like that place. We're going to go with one from the phone. We actually
Okay.
just got a new one.
Sure.
What's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
It's your hometown hero, your favorite Mima, Big Cat.
Big Cat.
Oh, Big Cat.
Absolute legend, Hall of Famer, icon, award winner, Big Cat, one of my all-time favorites.
AKA Elder Cat.
Oh.
I've missed you all more than you know. Hope everyone is well. As for me, I'm doing great. My luck has finally turned. Jelly Roll spoke at the penitentiary I was at and freed me.
Free.
Being in jail for so long makes me a Mima confusing.
Wait, Big Cat was actually in jail?
You knew that before. Yeah, she was in jail during the show.
So she was writing the letters from
From
jail that whole
She was
time?
live on
I thought it was a
on the
bit.
show. It was from,
I didn't know she was really in
I
jail.
thought it was a bit.
especially
just in sort of the prison of the mind. Or something. I didn't think it was a
I
real
knew we
jail.
were popular in prisons, but now it's confirmed.
especially with all the new technology. Every time I think I know what I'm talking about, I make myself look like an idiot. For instance, I was certain I knew what AI was, always incarcerated, which I'm a pro at.
Jail jokes.
Turns out I was completely wrong. It's the human Delta 8.
Oh,
My hearing has been terrible. Don't worry, not the court kind. My nephew asked me to play Roblox. I was stoked to say yes because I heard roadblocks, which I'm great at running through police roadblocks and stepping at life's roadblocks, so sign me up. I was ready to teach that youngin' a thing or two, but it was just some stupid game. Grab a rope. Which brings me to my next point. I'm so grateful the boys are back together, even if it's just for one episode. It takes me back to when life was easier. I could keep this going because it's been forever, but I gotta check in with my PO. I can't let Mr. Roll down. Till next time, Big Cat. P.S. I'm low-key pissed Stu isn't 6 foot tall because 6'7" films would have been blowing up right now.
It has nothing to do with the height, as we discussed earlier.
6'7".
Wants to
No,
Yeah,
6'7" is a
get
thing.
rid of me?
6'7".
Oh.
Now, I'll tell you something funny about 6'7", 6'7".
Yeah.
Devin Sawa, shout out to him. Many times has been on TSM Radio. I think maybe his first podcast ever was on TSM Radio. But
Could
his
be.
son, shout out to Hudson, Home Run Hudson. He's a young man. I saw him a couple weeks ago, and I was like 6'7", and he goes, "It's 2026. We left 6'7" in 2025." That's what he said to me.
Well, that's good news.
Yeah, so
Well, my
this
daughter's
is
still
over.
saying 6'7".
Yeah, it's done. If Hudson says it's over,
Then it's over.
It's over.
Wow. Thank you, Hudson.
And thank you, Big Cat. I'm happy
Well,
to hear that
Hud-
you're free.
You know, Hudson's a Calabasas kid, and as you know, Calabasas kids are the forefront of culture.
True.
You know,
True.
I was one at one time.
We love you, Big Cat.
Yes, thank you. Stu, Cable.
Yes.
Hey, gorgeous.
Oh.
Writing in from the before times, before kids, before wives, before we all started making plans, before then, 24 hours in advance. Vegas was a moment where we all first bonded over our insane lives working with Chris Angel.
Oh.
But what I really miss is LA. All of us in the same place, no responsibilities, hanging out, laughing, endless bunning, turning nothing into radio, and me occasionally grabbing a guitar and playing something on the air just because it felt right at the time. Those days are a certain magic to them, or had a certain magic to them. No pressure, no plan, just music, laughs, and the confidence that whatever we were doing would somehow work. And most of the time it did. So hearing about the reunion got me smiling. I miss you guys. I miss that version of us, and I'm grateful we got to live it, even if it was only for a little while. So one last time, hey, gorgeous. With love, Andrew.
Wow.
Andy.
What a great letter from
Andy,
Andrew.
great letter.
Yeah,
5'7"
letter.
films, Andy.
Yeah.
I wonder if he still has that Facebook photo of him in the pool. Like,
He does. And he
Yeah.
also, for those that, remember Andrew and his various contributions to the show, what a great letter that was.
Yes.
Andrew, famously told us the story of how he lost a toe working
He
in the
did.
Arctic.
That's right.
That's
9
right, yeah.
toes.
8.5 toe,
8.5
Andy.
toes.
and he was one of the first people I ever knew that got married off of
Craigslist?
not like Craigslist, like Tinder,
Grindr.
No,
Grind?
what was the? He did meet his wife on an app, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
But they have a great marriage.
No, that's I
He's
know.
got 2 kids. He's got a lovely wife. She's awake now.
He's not saying it didn't work.
No. I didn't say he
I'm
was.
saying he's one of the first people I remember
that was like successful on Match.com.
Yeah,
Social
like had a
media
real
marriage.
successful dating app story.
Yeah. Andrew, beautiful letter. I'm so happy he wrote in. He works with Adam and I in 5-7 Films. I don't know if people knew that or not, but he does, and he brings the average height up a little bit for us.
5'7"
and he's got the
and a
beautiful
half.
hair.
Boy, if I ever get hired on there,
yeah, we'll be rocking.
Yeah, let's see. I'll put in an application.
Yes.
Any sensitivity training in your job?
Andy definitely needed sensitivity training.
You should hire Mike Titty to run.
It's because he's too sensitive. That's why.
Yeah.
All right, another one. We're almost done here.
Okay.
We're
almost done.
What happened to Slow Jam Cam?
He just called.
He was one of the best things that ever happened to the show.
Yes. Is this from his mom?
And I loved his mom.
It has to be his mom.
This is from Cam's mom, Rhonda.
Rhonda. Wow. DJ Champagne.
DJ Champagne. Did
Yeah.
She call herself that? Whatever. Yeah, that was great. Thank you,
Rhonda.
Rhonda.
We love you.
Yeah.
Cam's mom. We love her even more than we love Cam. There would be no Slow Jam without Rhonda.
No.
A loyal viewer and listener over the years, and I'm happy that she participated in this anniversary special.
Her and Amanda.
Yes.
Hello, Jeff. My name is Giacomo Piccolo.
Giacomo.
Giacomo, is that what it is?
Yes.
Thank you. And here's my story. In 2020, COVID-19, which I personally like to call a flu on steroids, is rampant. My marriage is falling apart, and here I am just getting introduced to social media at 57 years old. I get introduced to some people that are about to change my life forever, following a lifelong dream of becoming an actor. Fast forward 6 years, I'm living the dream. Thank you for your time. P.S. Your sidekick knows who I am. Thank you.
Giacomo. You know Giacomo.
Giacomo?
Yeah, Francesco's boy. Giacomo.
Giacomo.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, sure. Giacomo.
Love Giacomo.
Thank
He's
you,
the
Giacomo.
man.
Good for him.
Yeah, I'm so happy. Listen, like Nick Carpenter
Following his
earlier,
dreams. Following his dream.
Nick followed his dreams. He didn't wait. It's never too late. Giacomo did it in his 50s. Nick did it in his 30s. If you're in your teens or your 20s or your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, if you're 70s and you're dressed for a birthday party, that's fine too. But you can follow your dream. Nick and Giacomo, both examples. And congratulations on the career success.
What did he book?
He didn't tell us, but he says that he's living his dream. So I'll take his word for it.
He must be nominated for a Golden
That
Globe.
guy's got a look.
Yeah.
Does he?
He's like 6'7".
7?
Yeah. With like this like goatee and
Like
you
mafia
he could
bodyguard
be,
type.
Yeah, I think he really is though in real life.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. Don't say that.
Sorry about that.
So, hi. I have
Hi.
a few questions.
Yes.
Though I'm fully aware this email may or may not find you. Just in case this does, is this for a screenplay read or more of a creative idea collaboration? Asking for a friend. Yes, that's me. Either way, this sounds really exciting. I've been meaning to collaborate with Stu for some time now, so I would love to hear more about whatever project this is or ultimately evolves into. Consider me officially intrigued. Thanks, aka DJ Evil, Eve Munoz, aka Letty and Wes's cousin-in-law.
Oh,
That's nice.
Letty and Wes's cousin-in-law.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
That's there you go.
Possible interested in a possible part on the special.
Well, he dreams do come true because his email was read. He's a part of the special.
You didn't have to audition for this?
No. Offer only.
No, this was a tense negotiation.
By the way, while we're shouting out Wes and Letty, we got to shout out Dylan and Jordan.
Oh, yes.
His sons. Jordan Brodsky is Cable Guy Jeff's #1 fan.
Number
and
one.
if he's watching this, he's getting a shout out even from me. Jordan Brodsky, Wes's son, who's a genius. He's so smart that he knows that Cable Guy Jeff is brilliant. That's how smart he is. And he is one of the subscribers to the Euler Family Archives.
Oh, is he?
He is. Wow. And he is one of the, he's one of Cable's loyal fans.
Oh, that kid just gets it.
He gets
loves the chapter videos. He loves the chapter documentary.
He does.
Yeah.
And shout out to DJ Evil.
Almost done, Adam. Bored Kid and Rigby here. I don't know where to start to call action with extreme vague. The video that we left was extremely vague, but I wanted to shoot my shot and take a moment to share a little background on who I am and where I came from.
Okay.
Because my path into this space definitely wasn't planned. I was one of those early YouTube influencers, before the word really meant anything. Honestly, he was just a bored kid from Rigby, Idaho.
Wow, I know exactly who this is.
Making
Holy crap.
random, stupid videos online for fun. No strategy,
Peanut
no
butter jelly
roadmap.
time.
Yep. Just creative humor and killing time.
Wow.
Somehow that led me to being discovered by Robin Bechtel, who was associated with Stu Stone and Jamie Kennedy. I'll never forget the day Stu called me. I remember exactly where I was, stuck at a stoplight. When my phone rang, I was completely floored. He repeated my name 3 times, then told me it sounded like a porn star name. That moment is burned into my memory forever.
Oh boy.
From there, I was fortunate enough to collaborate with Stu and work on projects tied in with Warner Brothers Records. It was surreal, exciting, and something I'll always be grateful. He did. Stu gave me opportunities I never expected, along with a lot of unforgettable memories, and I'll always appreciate what he did for me. I realize this email is a bit of an open-ended introduction, and I'm not totally sure what the call to action is just yet, but yet you'd like to know more, ask away. I'm an open book. Thanks for taking the time to read this, and I look forward to hearing back from you, Colt Whitmore.
Wow. Colt Whitmore.
That is a poor name.
Colt Whitmore was really one, like, much like how we were early adapters to, podcasting and live streaming. He was an early adapter to what you see now on TikTok and all this type of stuff. Colt was wearing his banana suit, doing peanut butter jelly time. He was getting hundreds of thousands of views when there wasn't even hundreds of thousands of people on YouTube. So this is a guy who was early, like us. I don't know if he managed to monetize like we didn't. But I do know that I definitely remember Colt, and I remember being excited about Colt, and he came to L.A. I think he went to the Grammys with Robin. It was his date to the Grammys.
Hand in hand.
Hand in hand.
Wow.
And I remember we were doing Sunday Night Stew that night. This is a really funny story. This tells you the power of what we were doing back then. This guy from Rigby, Idaho, flew out to California, probably his first time in L.A., Warner Brothers Records, et cetera, et cetera. They sent him to the Grammys. We were doing Sunday Night Stew live at Wes's house in the living room, or maybe at the studio, who knows. We were doing Sunday Night Stew that night. He left the Grammys early because he wanted to be on Sunday Night Stew. Like, being on Sunday Night Stew was more important to him than attending the fucking Grammys.
I probably did stuff like that.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to.
No, because it was just like, you wanted to be people who knew that this was something, and he was someone that knew that it was something.
I probably didn't go to the Playboy Mansion because it's Sunday and I gotta go.
Yeah, exactly. So shout out to Colt Whitmore. I'm so happy he wrote in.
Those are tough decisions, man.
And I hope Colt's doing well.
Yeah, I think he is.
I hope he's doing well, and big fans. We're all big fans of yours, Colt.
Last one, Adam.
And shout out to Colt Cabana while we're talking about Colts.
Something special from the infamous G-Man.
Oh, wow.
Remember G-Man, right?
Hell yeah.
This is Francis, a.k.a. G-Man. I literally have grown up before y'all's eyes and started watching SNS when I was 15 or so. I am now 31.
Holy shit.
And man, the time has flown by.
Jesus, this guy was 15 and now he's 31.
I have missed the fun.
What does that make me?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, me too.
Old.
I have missed the fun we all had tuning in and calling up every Sunday night from my battles with 909 to me impersonating a woman to try and win a date with Clarence Obama.
Boy.
You have brought so much joy to my life and allowed me a platform on my early years to learn how to create a persona. It was literally shaping my life. I'm so grateful for that.
Wow.
I turned what I learned to get very successful on Vine when that was still around, thanks to y'all.
Wow.
I built a 1 million follower Vine page of me doing crappy beatboxing in less than 6 months. I would have done so much better if it wasn't for the Vine's Nazis taking me down. Your whole crew has been awesome. I don't know what the email will do, but I thought I would give each of y'all flowers. From Stu's music to his awesome movies, I will always support everything y'all do.
Wow.
I wanted to give y'all a little update on my life. These days, I'm working as a mental health technician in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Tuscaloosa, Alabama, home of the G-Man.
I work at a secure mental health facility for people with mental conditions that have committed felonies. I use the skills learned
from... Might run into Nick Carpenter there someday.
You've seen Big Cat in there?
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
I use the skills learned from y'all to always think positively and try and lighten up each day with my goofy sense of humor.
Wow.
I've been taken to a very nice 27-year-old girl, or been talking to a very nice 27-year-old girl that lives in San Antonio. I now hope I won't die a virgin. We met on a dating website and have hit it off great.
Well, it worked for Andrew.
Sure did.
I actually am meeting her in person on the 13th of February.
Wow. The day before Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Wow, this is big for G-Man.
That's a lot of pressure.
G's going to become a man.
There you go.
Because what do you do tomorrow? Like, would you call her and say Happy Valentine's Day?
Well, I don't know. I've never had this type of encounter before.
It's going to be interesting.
Be careful.
This will be the first time in my life that I will be looking out for my own happiness and not focus on the happiness of others at all times.
Now, let me stop you for 1 second. That is a lesson. Say that one more time, that last part.
I'm actually looking out for my own happiness and not focusing on
Now look into
others.
the camera and say that.
Right there.
I'm actually focusing on my own happiness and not others.
That is something that if you're out there watching this, you need to do that. You need to take advice from this guy, G-Man, G about to be a man, and you need to stop focusing on the noise that's out there. And I'm not trying to get on a soapbox here, but there's so much nonsense and noise pollution in the world, from politics to geopolitics to bathrooms and genders. There's so many things that you can argue about.
Yeah.
You can't stop. Just stop. Focus on what you control. And you control your happiness. You can control what you're going to eat today, unless you're living with Bridget. You can control where you're going to go, what you're going to watch, unless you live with Dina. You can control how you treat your family, how you treat your friends, what vacation you want to go on, what trip, how you want to feel and spend your time and your days. Fill them with things that better you. Stop worrying about the bullshit on the outside. And G-Man nailed it with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that I hope someone gets inspired by what he just said, because I'm inspired.
Okay, you're preaching. You're a preacher.
Amen.
Also, it'll be the first time I will spend Valentine's Day with someone.
There you go. There's your answer.
And not by myself.
Wow.
Hey, so this is going to be like a 2-day date,
Could be.
multi-day.
Deep down, I have a lot of self-esteem issues, but I try and conquer them with humor and positivity. Again, y'all have helped me in more ways than I can count to build me into a great person. I hope this email will be special enough to see what the special thing will be. Much love from G-Man.
G-Man?
Thank you,
Wow,
G-Man.
That's a good letter.
Honestly,
inspiring.
and I used to get letters from G-Man
Wait.
when he was 15. And
Yeah.
I can see personal growth just from that letter.
Yeah.
That this guy has grown up into to become a fine young man.
Yeah, I hope he gets to rip, boys, there too. 'Cause, like, as someone who has had sex, it's not bad, you know. And I wish I hope
It's not everything, though.
No, it's not everything. Well,
It's most things.
It's not everything.
It's most things.
It's not everything.
And I think it's the reason why we're here is to really talk to you about getting back on that horse.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Wow. Let G-Man go first.
segue to do
Yeah, that's
sex
next
life.
episode.
That's the real reason we're here.
I hope G-Man dips his wick.
Okay. Well,
Good luck.
he might, but even if he doesn't, I'm proud of him for trying to get on the horse to begin with.
The old dip.
You know, you fall off that bike, as my nephew said when he was 6, riding his bicycle. What did he say? When you fall off your bike, what do you do?
You scratch your knee.
And you get back up on that bike again.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be an episode of TSM if I didn't give a personal shout out to Anna NYC.
Yes.
Ooh.
And Lex Appeal, her sister.
And Lex Appeal.
That's true.
And Jim Mafuckin.
Yes.
And Haruka.
Haruka from Japan.
Definitely Haruka.
909 we've already
Yeah.
discussed.
Too many legends to count.
Mary B.
Yeah.
Jonathan.
Big Cat.
Jonathan, Pete the Poet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's so many, but my super fan Anna NYC. Still.
She's also a Trugman super fan as well.
Yeah, well, you know.
No accounting for taste there.
There's a lot of us.
As far as you, I know Trugman I love, but you.
I'm actually a Trugman super fan.
So am I. Shout out to 5 Alive.
And if you have any real estate needs, please see Trugman.
2 beeps in one episode.
But
if you want to send emails, send them to tsmradiojeff@gmail.com. Hopefully we'll continue doing this. Thank you for your emails, everyone.
All right, Cable Guy Jeff, for the first time in almost a decade, forced to read publicly. And before we
It's been a
go,
while.
we're going to wrap up with something very special. We've been waiting for a long time to do this. Adam, before he became a famous actor in such movies as Shazam,
Oh, yeah.
such TV shows as Hemlock Grove, such
Trevor.
films as Faking a Murder, which is coming out again in the United States. It's being re-released, relaunched in the United States.
Nice.
Faking a Murder, that's a big announcement right there.
That's huge.
Along with Don't
Huge,
Fuck
huge,
with
huge.
Ghosts, our other movie is also going to be coming out eventually this year, sometime
starring
this
Bridget
year.
Marquardt.
Starring Bridget,
Starring
Nick's
Bridget, yeah.
wife, Bridget. Before Adam became a world-famous producer.
Oh, and Kevin Bacon. Don't forget about Kevin
Yes,
Bacon.
and before Adam became a world-class producer of such things as Drake music videos, Usher music videos, Black Eyed Peas music videos, commercials for such things as Osiris shoes and Izzy sparkling sodas.
Yep.
I think there were some headphones too. I remember back in the day too, or some
Beat phones.
Yeah.
What were those called?
Beats by Dre.
No, like the Ohad headphones.
Oh,
Boom phones.
Boom phones. Shout out to Ohad.
Boom
and
phones.
boom phones. Remember boom phones?
I totally
They
remember
were
boom
headphones.
phones.
You push a button and then they become external speakers.
They were nice
He was
too.
ahead of his time.
That's
That
right.
is not a
Yeah,
bad
he
idea.
was. But before he did all of these great things, folks, you need to know he got his start as the Weatherman for TSM Radio as the character Weatherman Ron. So, listen, you already heard from all of us, but you need to know what the weather's going to be like, right?
Right.
What is the weather going to be like? Let's send it up to the TSM Radio Weather Chopper with Weatherman Ron.
Wow! Goo 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 said the walrus, and wow says Ron, the Weatherman Ron. Thanks for having me back here in sunny California. Hey, boy, are my arms tired? I just flew in from Toronto. It's cold. It's actually going through the coldest era they have ever seen.
Today, as a matter of fact, as
the
we record
coldest
this,
place on Earth.
It's it was minus 50 degrees or something.
Minus
in Toronto.
50 degrees.
Toronto's in its cold era. right
Yes.
now.
Whew, but enough about me. Let's get down to the weather, shall we?
We shall.
Sherman Oaks, high of 61, mostly cloudy, with a low of 53. Overnight, we're going to see cool skies heading our way down to Forest Hill, Ontario. It's a high of 6, a low of -8.
Ooh.
Get out the parkas.
Yikes.
Moving on up to Cottage Country, Gravenhurst, Ontario. -8, a low of 42. -8 with the high of -8. A low of 40, -42 degrees.
I tell you what, Ron, no one's at their cottage this weekend.
Oh my God. Listen, there's a lot of things going on with weather, but global weather is always important in our daily lives.
Should we go across
And down the board across the side, heading down to the Atlanta.
Wait, this will never get old.
High of 54, a low of 23. Viva Las Vegas, feeling the heat. It's hot. High of 92.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Unseasonably warm.
Yeah. Low of just 89 degrees. So
Wow, that's hot.
keep out those tank tops. This weather brought to you by AccuWeather. For all your winter storm warnings, make sure to log on to AccuWeather, because that's where you'll find the weather. Well, everybody, thanks for having me. Another successful weather broadcast brought to you by Ron, the Weatherman.
Ron.
Back to you, Stu.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was great.
That was great, Ron.
Yeah, so we've come to the point where we are at the ending of this marathon broadcast. It is 20 years in the making. If you're just joining us for the very first time, welcome. I hope you enjoyed what we did here. For those of you who are returning customers, you know what you're getting here. And I think we brought exactly what we thought we would bring. Authenticity. There's no fake, phony BS over here. We are just our authentic selves here for you. Peeling the onion right live in front of you. We heard from Nick Carpenter, who told us all about his life, his wife, his embarrassing incidents with Howie Mandel, et cetera, et cetera. Adam Rodness, a.k.a. Ron the Weatherman Ron, who's got a couple of movies coming out this year on 5-7 Films, potentially more. We've
Lots
got
of good stuff brewing.
Cable Guy Jeff, who completed his sensitivity training. He is much more sensitive than he was last time we saw him.
Didn't even think that could be possible, but it is.
Yes.
Surprised a lot of people today.
And Jeff, hopefully, this is something that's going to be a butterfly effect for Jeff and get him back into the creative space of doing stuff like this more often, which I would like to stick to.
Yeah, folks, let us know if you want us to keep doing this. 200 million people that might want to subscribe to like a Patreon or something for $10 a month, and we could
listen. If they've got the money, we can come back here, right?
Yeah, we can.
We're allowed back.
It's
We're
open.
allowed back.
Yeah, we
So
could.
There's vacancy.
We just got to figure that out. But yeah, I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart, Jeff, especially you. I want to thank you for we couldn't be.
That
You know,
logo.
look at that logo that Big Jim made.
Is anniversary
all those
spelled
years ago?
correct?
That is. It
Yeah.
started off with Big Jim.
Anniversary, is that spelled right?
Is it? I hope so.
Anniversary.
Sorry.
That's right.
That's
No, that's
right.
right.
That checks out.
Yeah. The 20th anniversary. I'm so thrilled to all family, friends, all the people. If I didn't mention your name, you know that I wanted to, and it's just hard to come up with everybody's name.
What about your mom?
I did thank
Trudy
her.
got
already.
lots of love, yeah.
My sisters, everybody. To the people who we've lost along the way, pour some out. I'm not going to physically do that because we don't do that here.
There's a cleaning fee.
But for all the people who are successfully podcasting out there, who are monetizing, who are making millions of dollars with this medium, people who are out there monetizing their live streams, I want to say this to them. I've got 2 words to say to all of them. You're welcome. That's all I can really say, right?
Yeah.
Until we meet again, and we will meet again because I had a great time doing this.
Yeah, this was great.
Keep those emails flowing in. You never know when we're going to show up again. But for Cable Guy Jeff, for Nick Carpenter, for Adam Rodness, and myself, and all of the people who have helped TSM Radio over the last 20 years, I say thank you. And I close by inviting you guys to sing along with me as we thank them all for being our friend. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. That's right, that's right. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, yeah, invited everyone we knew.
Yeah, that's you.
You would
Never
see
heard this
the
song
biggest
before.
would be from me. And the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend.
It's the fastest version I've ever seen.
Well, we're paying here. We got to get out of here.
Normally, actually play the real song, right?
Yeah,
We
we'll
can't.
get
We'll get
flagged.
flagged.
We get
Yeah,
flagged.
Oh, yeah, you get
That's
flagged.
going to be a
It's different
flag.
times. Back then you could
Flag
play
on
whatever
the
you want.
field,
Anyway,
yeah.
good night, everybody. Thank you.
Good
and
night,
happy
Sophie.
anniversary.
Good night, Stella.
TSM Radio. We are oat.